got one, we got two, two. Yeah, looks like we got two. Interesting. Interesting. So I wonder... And now my bit rate's excellent. Weird. Okay. Well, bear back 1 sec. Alright. Yeah, of course. Obviously, you just can't watch TV shows. No shit. Did I just say soccer shirt collector community? Hmm. Hmm. Ooh, Force of the Deep Ocean.
Hi, my name is Basma, and I'm here on the ground in Beirut, Lebanon. Right now, I'm at...
The deep ocean has so much scary stuff, and if you're a viewer of my channel, you might already know that from this ocean.
It's an hour long though, that's scary. Hold on. Why am I hearing that? That's why. Got it. Okay, so we got that there. We got that there. That's why. Got it. Okay. Okay. Up. this is gonna piss me off. Fucking stupid. Oh. Damn. That's so stupid. I don't. Oh God, I don't know if I want to go watch that. I don't even know, dude. I'm just like bored, I guess, now. And then I have to be fucking like extra cautious with what I fucking turn on here. God damn it. I don't know. I like this guy. Go back to the fucking scary comps, I guess. Let's fucking watch like all these now. Which ones have I not watched? Oh, there's one.
On August 13th of 2015, a group of friends were traveling by car in the dead of night when something pretty terrifying appeared on the road. The vehicle's dashcam captured not only this creepy encounter, but also the reaction of those inside the car. Although not much else is known about the video, the group's response is enough to let us know that what they'd seen has left them disturbed.
So what are we at? It's not giving me my preview anymore. What the hell? Oh, they put the preview on the side. Okay, okay. Alright, so what are we at? 3599.2.
This is what they saw.
Это что за призрак? Труба.
Hold on.
Что за призрак? Труба.
Somebody standing on the side of the road. Is that really it? Is that the one, boys?
Это что за призрак? Труба.
He sounds scarier than that thing was. Great, dude. Yeah, go back and look at it, please. Are they actually gonna do it?
Да ладно, я боюсь, давай. Я сниму, ты боишься, прикинь, ее нет там. Открой окно, сейчас я ногу. Я туда развернусь.
No, she's not gonna be there. Oh, are you serious? If she's still there, then that's one. Oh, she's still there. I don't understand.
On the side of the road, there appears to be a tall figure dressed in black.
Apparently
It stands completely still, looking straight at the vehicle as it passes by. Understandably, the men screamed upon seeing this eerie figure. But even more unsettling is that when the group had circled back to this exact spot, the figure was still there. Now it's unclear if the guys were drinking that night, but if so, then this definitely sobered them up. Whether ghost or not, I think it's safe to assume that the next time they drive home at night, they'll be taking a different route.
I think the safer thing to assume is that it's probably not a ghost.
The following video comes from Donna Ayers, who can't help but feel that something is haunting her. According to Donna, there have been strange happenings inside her home that neither she nor her family could explain. In 2009, Donna's brother had passed away due to unknown reasons. But ever since his death, Donna has been feeling very scared. Objects inside her house move by themselves, which seems to happen whenever Donna is present. While some believe that her brother's ghost is responsible for the unusual activity, as it might be a sign of him reaching out to her, Donna believes that something else is inside her home, something very malicious. One night, while being home alone, Donna sees the following and begins to record. This is what she captured.
Is it the movement of the chandelier that's the creepy part?
Hang on, Dad. I'm just going to get a better view because this is amazing. I'm just going to turn the light up a bit as well.
Are we reacting to a draft hitting a chandelier right now?
If that's you, please move it again. That is moving.
I don't know if it ever
Oh
stopped.
my god, that is moving. Oh, thank you.
Oh, I guess, wait, it wasn't twisting before though, huh? Oh, that's interesting. Hold up.
Chew, please.
It's not twisting around.
If that's
But,
you, please
of course,
move
like,
it again.
Those side-to-side movements are always the
That
easiest
is
ones to
moving.
fake.
Oh my god, that is moving. Oh, thank you.
What the hell? What does that have to do?
I know this is hard to hear, but it's important. The shooter who murdered my beautiful butterfly Dylan.
Okie dokie. Let's get back to strange and spooky.
Strangely, the chandelier moves on its own. It gently sways back and forth before the video comes to an end. Like with most occurrences seen by Donna, this one has left her spooked. But this wouldn't be the only occurrence caught on camera, as something way more creepy is captured. A few days after the previous incident, Donna's in her kitchen when out of nowhere, she notices one of her mugs moving on its own. She immediately begins to record and captures this.
As you can see, just so you lot don't think I'm quizzing, I'm not going too close because I get launched at. But there's nothing under there. That's just a bracket from an old drawer that used to be there. There's nothing in the cupboard. It's just cutlery stuff. Nothing under there apart from pots and pans. There's no magnets. That's just a switch. There's nothing there at all.
I'm confused. Why is she showing us all this?
Donna's as something way more creepy is captured. A few days after the previous incident, Donna's in her kitchen when out of nowhere, she notices one of her mugs moving on its own. She immediately begins to record and captures this.
As you can see, just so you lot don't think I'm quizzing, I'm not going too close because it won't show. But there's nothing under there. That's just a bracket from an old drawer that used to be there. There's nothing in the cupboard. It's just cutlery and stuff. Nothing under there apart from pots and pans. There's no magnets. That's just a switch. There's nothing there at all. Nothing out the ordinary, but yeah, keeps moving. Can you move it again, please? If you're here, move it.
If it's gonna be something that could be explained with a string, though.
Yeah.
Because the chandelier can
Just
easily
show
be
you as
explained
well.
with a string.
There's nothing underneath. There's nothing. It's just an
Did
old
it
metal
move?
cup.
I didn't see it move.
Yeah. Yeah.
What, did it just
Just
slightly
show
turn
you
or
as
something?
well. There's nothing underneath. There's nothing. It's just an old metal cup. Metal. Weird. Oh my gosh. The surface isn't wet or anything. It's all dry. So there's no reason for it to be moving.
Alright, let's see. Oh.
If there was nothing below the counter that could have been moving the cup, then how was it doing
Does
this on
always
its
help when
own?
it goes in two different
With
directions,
all of the
but still,
occurrences
when
Donna
that
has seen,
direction is off,
she
so it's
believes
always
that
one
something
person
supernatural
walking
had
here
done
and back over to
this.
there.
Although not sure what exactly had moved the cup, the same paranormal entity is thought to be responsible for the following incident. Unlike other incidents though, this one has got to be the creepiest. At the start of the video, Dawn is informing us of a strange incident involving her toy fish tank, which we can see in the footage. But while telling us what happened, something pretty creepy is captured. We can hear Donna's dog reacting to this odd occurrence as it happens.
But yeah, that's basically the tank. Just keep it
Damn, this
in the
we are
background.
on a dry streak.
And you can see just strange feelings. And you can see just keep it in the background. And you can see just strange feelings.
Oh my god, look at that, it's changing colors. What?
Almost like you can feel the dark entity that's here, and it's almost like pressure around you. And the only thing you can do is record it so people see it, rather than just say it and no one see what's happening at the same time of what's going on. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Are we
I
gonna
don't know
see
if you
what's
can
going on
see
with the
it.
koi thing? No, I don't see anything. What, the
They
dead
were
fish?
certainly acting a bit weird. See, it's so strange. See, I get the feeling so
What are we supposed... What?
in here right now. Right now. And yet I don't.
Yeah, her necklace is moving a little bit. And, dude, it's like, it's the exact same spot again and again, though. Change it up.
No one here. Yeah, there's no one around.
She's not even panning around. She's barely panning off to the side. Are we serious right now? Are we serious? Lady, how are you gonna say there's nobody here and then move like barely a quarter inch this way, quarter inch this way? Like, what?
Hi, it's Mary Peltola.
Hi, Mary.
Can you chip into my campaign today for
Not
U.S.
today, I'm
Senate in
sorry.
Alaska?
I don't know if you guys are seeing that. It's bringing tears to my eyes. So no one gets it.
I knew. Okay, things are looking.
My chain's moving on my neck.
Mysteriously, her necklace appears to be tugged by something. It is at this point that she's seen enough to be brought to tears by this incident. Now, it's worth mentioning that Donna had played with a Ouija board prior to one of these incidents.
That's the
She
expert.
believes that this
Don't
might
play
have
with
worsened the
Ouija board.
activity in her home, but isn't sure if that's the case.
It.
Viewers
Oh,
beg to
shit.
differ. But, as always, I'll let you be the judge as to whether or not something paranormal is happening. Are all of these events indicative of something supernatural? Or is something else going on here? Somewhere in Japan, there's an abandoned building that is believed to be haunted. About a year ago, two friends had paid a visit to this building. They check out the place and agree that there's something very unsettling about it. However, the reason for visiting this building isn't just to explore the place, but rather for something else.
まあしょうがないよね、飲みだったんだけど。泊まりたいのないんでね。寝床になりそうです。どういうこと？山中まああとは一人で寝てもらえば山中どうぞ。これは大丈夫。
Wait, is he staying in there by himself, or is his friend gonna
As it
stay with
turns
him?
out, one of the friends had lost a bet to the other.
Oh,
and so,
no.
for his punishment, the loser must spend the night inside this
Shut up.
building, all by himself.
Okay,
And
I
just
do
to make
not
sure
believe
that he
in
doesn't
paranormal,
cheat
but I
or
would
avoid
never
this
do that.
punishment, a camera is placed inside the room he sleeps in to record him at all times.
Like, not even
As
because
the
of
bet
paranormal,
loser
but
spends
because
the
you
night
never know
inside the
where
building,
a
the
psychopath
following is caught on
Like,
camera.
Like these kind of places, Like, as spooky as stuff and they're a lot more prone to have serial killers in them than a ghost. So why does it show up? I don't use them good then. Weird. Oh shit. Homeboy's boots are moving on their own. Entity of what looks like a child coming up to him. He's awake now.
Out of nowhere, this person's shoes begin to move on their own. It appears that something was messing around with
I'll give
them.
credit on this
As
one.
if that wasn't creepy enough, around
Like normally it's the same thing and it gets tugged in like the same kind of direction or like maybe another direction but at the same like place where you can't see. I'll give credit there. There's two different objects and they move completely different.
the same time the man wakes up, a figure of some sort can be seen walking slowly against the wall before vanishing from sight. Viewers believe that something paranormal was caught. But of course, what do you think? Did something supernatural actually occur? Or is there a possible explanation for what happened that night? For more information on the story, you can check out the full video on the YouTube channel Fourth Wall. The following photo was submitted by Shockwave74, who writes, "This was a photo taken years ago by a wife and husband. They moved into a new, beautiful home.
Dude,
The
that's
wife
the wrong
then
sheep.
decided
That's
to
not
take a
the sheep
photo
we
of her
want.
husband in the living area.
I'll take it, but-
But when they saw the photo, they were left terrified and shocked. The following is the picture she took.
Oh, I was looking in the doorway. I see. No, dude, I don't know, man. I guess that could kind of look like... It looks like a mask more than anything. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know, actually.
If you look close enough, you can make out what appears
Actually, that does look like some sort of... maybe an Asian woman. This is one of the most face-like things people see off in the distance and stuff. Of like these photos.
to be a head in the background of this image. Now, although this might be an actual person, it's unknown if the married couple had any guests over during the time of this photo. But, given their reaction upon seeing the figure, it's most likely that whoever, or whatever this is, was uninvited. Not much else is known about the photo, but I'll leave it to you to decide whether a
That
ghost
is
was
one of the
captured
more
or
actual
not.
face-looking faces.
What exactly had the married
there's a
couple
chance that's
caught in
not
this
paranoia,
image?
but still probably. It's like whatever website you go to, that's the next ad you're gonna get.
If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video. Facebook user Dayana Kari works at a bank in Cabo, Peru. The bank in question isn't thought to be haunted, but after watching this video, which was sent to Dayana by a coworker at the bank, it might just be. The video starts off with said coworker who's recording a conversation that's being had with another employee, when all of a sudden, the convo is interrupted by something. This is what was caught.
Oye, 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 la cámara, oye, y la cámara cae pasadito una niña corriendo. Oye, la niña que llora. Oye, te juro que la cámara cae pasadito corriendo, una niña. Oye, ha corrido hacia acá. Oye, 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 la cámara, oye, cae pasadito una niña corriendo. Oye, la niña que llora. Oye, te juro que la cámara cae pasadito corriendo, una niña. Oye, ha corrido hacia acá. Uy, te juro que ha pasado ahorita una niña corriendo. Ahorita mira, te voy a hacer el video.
No way.
Now, the bank was apparently closed during the time of this recording, which doesn't make any sense, as there shouldn't have been any customers inside. Time of this recording, which doesn't make any sense, as there shouldn't have been any customers inside.
I don't know, man. That's probably one of their kids, and they don't know that she's there.
A child.
I don't know.
The employees in the video had been the only ones there. Yet, it seems that someone,
Or so they say.
or perhaps something else, was there with them. There has yet to be more information given on this video, but until then, we'll have to base our judgment on the recording itself.
Let's go back to
But until then, we'll have. There has yet to be more information given on this video.
By the time she got there, she could have like ran around this corner. And I think she might have been out of view even if she was to the doorway across the way. I mean, there's a bunch of places. I don't know, man.
But until then, we'll have to base our judgment on the recording itself.
I don't know.
As always, what are your thoughts on this? Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Until next time.
What's next? 46.
Countless pets in Ukraine are still struggling, as shelters are overcrowded and families aren't able to care for pets amidst all the chaos. Greater Good Charities has been providing support for Ukrainian pets in shelters since the beginning. We're sending food and supplies, building kennels, and providing medical care. Donate now to show your support.
The following video shows a mother who's watching over her child through a baby monitor when she notices something disturbing. The mother writes, "My 10-month-old son was taking a nap. I checked on him via the baby monitor and noticed something odd. I have no idea what I caught on camera, but I'm still freaked out." This is what she caught.
I see a creepy ass clown is what I see. Whenever I see that shit, I always think the scene set up. Hold the phone. Listen. I see a creepy ass clown right there.
What the hell is this thing?
Okay, so that is what she's looking at, is the creepy ass clown. Okay, sweet. It's not just a toy first? Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Dude,
In between the bars of the crib,
is she actually
there
gonna go
appears to
look
be
in
a
the room and
face,
show us?
and
I
it
don't
seems to be
understand.
watching over the child as it sleeps.
Watching over the child?
Face.
Am I tripping? It looks like it's looking off to the right.
And it seems to be watching over the child as it sleeps. The mother then proceeds to walk over to her son's room to see what it is that's on camera.
Okay, so she does go in and show us. gonna be gone once she gets in there.
The hell?
Now show us the live feed again. If she doesnshow us the live feed again, it's not live. It's not live.
There's nothing there.
Bro, you're not gonna show us the feed again, though. Are you?
Whoever,
No.
or whatever this.
Bro. How the fuck am I supposed to know that that is actually a live feed? I don't
was
trust that anymore.
doesn't appear
I
to be
don't
inside the
think
room.
that's-
The mother checks
fake.
all over the
That's
place, but doesn't find anyone or anything inside. Now, this could be a case of pareidolia. The face seen on the monitor could have been a toy or some object. Perhaps it was the playmat next to the crib. But the mother states that it couldn't have been the playmat, as the face was still there even after moving it. This one's pretty
Why not
creepy.
show us?
I can't think of anything to explain this, but
That's
maybe
a cool
you can.
thing to say.
I'll leave it to
Get
you
on
to figure this
camera.
one out.
What?
Rewatch the clip and see what you think. There's a channel on YouTube called Sheikah the Cat, and it used to have lots of videos of a cat named Sheikah. But for some reason,
Yeah, I don't know. That
Sheikah's
one's
owner
bullshit.
has
I'm
taken
going
down
bullshit on
all
the last
videos from the channel, except for 3. As it turns out, the owner has been experiencing strange activity at home, and so he's decided to dedicate the channel to these odd occurrences. The 3 videos that are left are footage of strange happenings. Here's one of them.
Oh, not the door closing on its own. Oh my goodness. Scary. So scary. That better not be it. Now you're gonna show us that nothing's there. Yes, because when does that all the
Now there
time?
haven't been any uploads recently. This is because the owner has moved out of the house. No one knows why he moved out, but some think
really?
that it might be because the activity got intense. But after hearing about this,
Hey, why-
a
why
man named
stop
Maguro
recording
had bought
just
the
'cause you
house.
knew all that?
He was very interested in the cat owner's story and wanted to investigate the place. So, after moving in, he sets up a few cameras around the house, including a motion detecting system that alerts his phone. Once everything had been set up, he begins to record. Now initially nothing happens on the first night he
This is the
stays
same
there,
house?
but
Okay.
then, on November 20th of 2021, as he sleeps, something happens.
A door closes.
This is what he caught.
Don't tell me he gets another door closing. Oh wait, is this the one with... Might have seen this one. Is this the one where that closet opens?
I'm currently in Kyiv, Ukraine. Behind me is a building that was struck earlier. Families who lived here
Whoops. What did I just do? Is that his flashlight? Oh, or is that lightning? That's lightning. Or is that supposed to look like lightning? Or was... I'm confused. What is this? That looks like it's coming from his phone. It is coming from his closet. you get a house that you get specifically because you think it's haunted, I don't know. That sounds like a setup to me. I moved into this haunted house. Look how it's haunted, guys. Not hard at all to have a friend bang from another side of the wall or another part of the house. To make it sound like it was that closet.
Muguro wakes up to a noise coming from the closet. To his surprise, nothing is there when he opens it. But then, Muguro hears a noise coming from downstairs. He checks the bathroom and thinks that the noise might be coming from inside the tub. Now, it could be that a leaky pipe or some other pipe problem is making this noise. However, on the 25th of November, Muguro captures something that the pipes could not have caused. Muguro cannot explain this footage.
Another ruby. Not the chink we wanted, but we'll take it. See if Doriani can give us anything better here.
Good news.
Come on. Alright, still got a switch for you. It's up there. What? We're just going back through the same shit?
The closet door moves on its own.
Oh, this is the one that I thought it was earlier. It is weird, but it is also something else that can be explained by air currents. Is there a vent maybe up top?
The closet door moves on its own. Muguro doesn't know what to make of this. But what occurs on November 28th has left him baffled. As if things couldn't get any more unsettling, this happens.
Oh yeah, I think like the shower supposedly goes off on its own, but like I'm pretty sure it's a digital setup. I think I think we might have actually seen this one already. Yeah. I'm pretty positive. Well, we're about to find out right now. That shower goes on. And maybe the medicine cabinet opens too. Oh, creepy. Okay. And then you see a white figure here or there or something. I mean, all of this screams set up to me. Especially when he has the shower go off, because I'm pretty sure it's actually a digital shower, and when he goes trying to show the manual switch for it, like, oh look, this is shut off.
The bathroom door closes on its own.
But it's also...
But, even more disturbing, there appears to be a white silhouette manifesting inside the inner bathroom. It then disappears seconds later. Muguro hadn't noticed this until watching the footage later. He is now certain that the house is haunted. He has yet to upload more videos of strange occurrences, but for now, viewers find his latest evidence compelling.
Right. He's compiled this guy.
But until more evidence is given, it's hard to be certain if it's real or not.
I haven't had that. That's sick. I have not had a double split personality before. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Double split personality. That's pretty cool.
So, that being said, be sure to stay tuned for updates. You can check out the channel Fourth Wall for more info on the story.
Come on, double sorcerers, double sorcerers.
If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com.
Cool.
That being said, let's get back to the video. Perhaps the scariest thing besides living in a haunted home is the toll it takes on your mental health. You're always on edge in a place meant to be your safe space. Lee is someone who's been experiencing this for a while, and it was just recently that he caught footage of something pretty disturbing. Lee wakes up in the middle of the night after hearing noises in the attic when he captures the following on camera. This is what he caught.
I'm sure someone would want that.
Lee captures what sounds like footsteps coming from his attic. He decides to check it out, thinking that someone had broken into his house. However, he doesn't find anyone inside. He then proceeds to sit by the stairs and continue recording, but what happens next has left him spooked.
Alright, hold on, I mistook all that. What just happened?
Has left him spooked. His attic. He decides to check it out, thinking that someone had broken into his house. However, he doesn't find anyone inside. He then proceeds to sit by the stairs and continue recording, but what happens next has left him spooked.
Whoever's here, making all that sound, speak on this device. You got balls, tell me your name. Tell me your name clearly. Something there again.
Wasn't very clear. Are we sure that's not just him?
I'm going back in my bedroom, I'm scared.
A disembodied voice is recorded after asking for the supposed entity's name. Lee is absolutely certain that something is dwelling in his home. Has Lee captured evidence of something paranormal? Or is it something else? Reddit user Lupaz had posted the following image and writes, "My spouse says she has felt a presence in our apartment, making noises and stuff. I've heard them as well, but I have always convinced myself that there was a logical explanation to it all, until this stupid Snapchat screenshot was taken. It was taken in the afternoon, right after I came home from work and got out of the shower. When I went into the bedroom to get some clothes on, I opened my spouse's Snapchat and just took a quick selfie replying, 'No, you.' She immediately screenshotted the snap and sent it back to me with, 'What is that behind you?' I was stunned about what I saw and went back to the bedroom where I couldn't see anything abnormal at all. This is what he caught."
What would that even be? Like, think about like the...
A face can be seen in the background, and there's something about it that's just very uncanny.
It's definitely something in the background.
As with most images, the supposed face might be due to pareidolia, but we can't be sure if that's the case. We don't know what exactly is causing us to see this. Therefore, this image remains a mystery.
A nightstand.
But as always, feel free to share what you think. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Until next time.
just thought, learning
Save
something
time
using
creating
thousands of
content
bands.
and
Why?
generate a high-quality clone of your voice with 11 Labs. Change the way you record podcasts, voiceovers, and branded content with the #1 AI-powered voice generating technology. Stop searching for the perfect voice and stop wasting time re-recording take after take. Try 11 Labs for free and start elevating your content today.
Oh, you know what? I want to watch this because I've been thinking this free cash shit. There's some
For
bullshit
over a
in
year
this.
now, I've been getting spammed
I've been
emails on
thinking
behalf
there's
of this
bullshit
company
to
that
this.
calls itself Free Cash, offering to sponsor me if I promote their website and app. Now, when it comes to sponsorships, I always want to make sure that the company I'm promoting has products that I genuinely use and believe in. So
Because this man actually has integrity.
one look at even the company name is all I needed to know that I wasn't interested. It's literally called Free Cash. They might as well name themselves Infinite Fortnite V-Bucks Glitch 2026 Working. Surely anyone with half a brain could instantly tell that a company with this name was up to no good, right?
Do not redeem that! Do not redeem that!
Fast forward a few months and Free Cash is still non-stop emailing me. Not only have the agencies they go through been following up emails just a few days without a new response, they had continued to try baiting me by saying things like, your competitors are sponsored by Free Cash too. This insane dedication of trying to reel me in started to form an itch at the back of my brain. Just
It makes sense they're that aggressive because I've been saying that on like every single creator's videos now. Like it's just such a huge red flag. Like I don't know. I really hope he's not about to show that it's like a serious scam.
what exactly is this company? And how do they have the audacity to email me through agencies this many times? After a while, I decided to play along. And shortly after, I was being asked to lie to my audience about how much money people were supposedly making from Free Cash. That's when I realized the public information around the company was only the tip of the iceberg, and the sponsor is far more predatory than the name alone would suggest. Obviously, there were hundreds of complaints from people that they had not been paid out what they were owed. Not surprising there. But what shocked me the most was how powerful of an entity it was, as well as the size of the creators that have been promoting it. Creators like Tyler Oliver.
Dude, yeah, like the legal mindset. Like I saw it on his channel. What else did I see it on? Is he gonna show them?
Vera, Darman, Atozy, WestJet, and the list could go on.
Freaking Mr. Beast, I'm pretty sure. And who else? Like some people that like I would think like would never promote this shit. It's insane.
The craziest part is that even after being removed from the App Store, it looks like they're secretly making a comeback. Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we are uncovering the truth behind Free Cash, one of YouTube's largest scams that no one seems to be talking about. Now, I've turned down enough Free Cash money to make my accountant physically ill. If you're
Hello, Mark Barton here from Brady Hassan. On December 14th, 2000.
not already subscribed, now would be a pretty good time. So what actually is Free Cash? The easiest way to explain is with a story. Tell me in the comments if this sounds familiar. It's the early 2010s and you're playing Clash of Clans. Everything's going great, but you've hit that point where every upgrade takes hours to finish. There's nothing left to do except wait. Then you notice an extra builder hut costs gems. The problem is you don't have enough gems, and you definitely don't have a credit card or any money to buy more. In your mind, this is a complete emergency.
Oh, is this gonna be where like you watch the ads or like play the or go through the surveys to get the currency?
So what do? You Google how to make free money. Suddenly, you're flooded with websites and apps promising they'll pay you to download games, complete offers, or install random apps. They all advertise things like earn hundreds of dollars or make money in your spare time. Maybe you spend a couple hours trying them. Then you realize it's boring, you make almost nothing, and you give up. You go outside, jump on the trampoline, or find something better to do. At its core, that's basically what Free Cash is. Imagine Imagine taking all of those old make money online apps, combining them all into one giant platform, and turning it into a full-fledged business. It's almost like what Reddit did to the thousands of small internet forums. Except instead of discussion boards, it's every online money-making scheme rolled into one place. This business
Grab soda real quick. Booyah!
This model even has its own name, GPT. No, not ChatGPT. In this case, GPT stands for Get Paid To. These sites pay people to complete tasks like taking surveys, downloading apps, signing up for offers, watching videos, or testing products. In return, users earn points or cash that can be redeemed for gift cards or real money. The catch is that the payouts are usually tiny, and because this industry has a long history of scams, even descriptions of the business model usually warn people to stick with reputable sites if they want any chance of actually getting paid. Once you start looking into free cash itself, things get a little more interesting. Free Cash is owned by a company called Almedia, a German startup founded by Moritz Hollander when he was just 17 years old. The platform wasn't always called Free Cash either. Before the rebrand in 2021, it was known as Free Skins. As the name suggests, instead of earning cash, users earned CS skins through the same kind of GPT offers. In 2023, the company reorganized under the Almedia name. Looking at their LinkedIn, it appears to be an actual company with real employees, offices, and a growing corporate structure, but some of the numbers they've claimed over the years raise a few questions. According to the company, they've generated over $100 million in revenue and paid out more than $300 million to users in their lifetime. Independent estimates, though, paint a very different picture. Depending on the source, estimates of their annual revenue
I was gonna say like that. No, I'll let him continue. Actually, I'll say
are
that,
significantly lower than what the company suggests.
No, I'll say it because yeah, if a company's making that much money, they're gonna advertise they're making that much money to sell you the product. So like, yeah, that already sounds like bullshit.
There's also another interesting detail. Older review sites claim the same people behind Free Cash also operated Gain.gg, another GPT website that's still online today, although it's not clear whether it's still owned by Almedia. So somehow this company claims it bootstrapped itself from a small CS skin rewards website into a business worth hundreds of millions of dollars. The obvious question is, how? If you ask Free Cash, the answer is pretty straightforward. They describe themselves as a platform that connects advertisers with users who are willing to complete offers. In other words, companies pay Free Cash to get people to install apps, play games, sign up for services, or make purchases. That's all technically true, but it leaves out
And it's all, I guarantee, probably done by the same data brokers. For like each of these things, they all have the same data broker, and then like all feed all this information.
the most important part. Free Cash isn't paying users out of its own pocket, it's acting as the middleman. Here's how it works. An advertiser, usually a mobile game publisher, survey company, online casino, or crypto exchange, pays Free Cash every time someone completes a specific action. That could be downloading a game, reaching a certain level, subscribing to a service, or making an in-app purchase. Once Free Cash receives that payment, it keeps a percentage for itself and passes the rest onto the user in the form of coins, where 1,000 coins equals to $1. Those coins can then be redeemed for PayPal, cryptocurrency, gift cards, or other rewards. The more offers people complete, the more...
These are where the gift cards go! That's where the gift cards go! always wondered, what do these scammers do with thousands of gift cards? This is it. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
More money flows through the platform. Every successful offer earns both the advertiser and Free Cash exactly what they wanted. The advertiser gets a new customer, and Free Cash gets its commission. That's the part most people miss. Free Cash isn't really selling free cash, it's selling users. The product isn't the rewards people receive. The product is access to millions of people who are willing to download apps, answer surveys, and spend money because they're being promised a payout. The cash is simply the incentive that keeps the entire system running. Now that we've looked at Free Cash's background and how the company says it operates, it's time to look at what everyone else says actually happens. The big
Force be with you. Sorceress. Damn it. Oh, let's get Shadow's not bad. How much Shadow going for? Much chaos.
Have an order?
Not the worst, but it's no sorcerers. So we'll put it up for
Can I help? I'm sure someone
12 chows. Alright.
biggest complaint you'll find, no matter where you look, is that people don't receive the money they were promised. Normally, you could dismiss that as the internet being the internet. Every company has angry customers. But what...
That's fun. That is exactly why I never played around with anything like that, is because I always knew it would be bullshit.
makes this different is how consistent the complaints are. The same story has been told by thousands of unrelated users across multiple countries on Reddit, the Better Business Bureau, Trustpilot, and countless other forums. These reports stretch back over 5 years, and despite coming from people who have never interacted with each other, they all follow almost the exact same pattern. First, everything works perfectly. New users complete a few small offers, request a payout, and often receive their money without any issues. That builds confidence and makes the platform seem legitimate. Once users begin completing larger offers and accumulate a more meaningful balance, something suddenly changes. Their withdrawal is paused, their account is flagged for a security review, and before long, they're permanently banned. The explanation is almost always the same. Users are told they violated the terms of service, used a technical exploit, or engaged in suspicious activity. When they ask what they supposedly did wrong, they're almost never given any evidence. Instead, they receive the same generic response, explaining that the security team reviewed the account, found violations in their internal systems, and that the decision is final. What's interesting is that FreeCash openly acknowledges part of this process on its own support pages, stating that when suspicious activity is detected, cash-outs are paused while the account is reviewed. The controversy isn't that reviews happen, it's that many users claim those reviews end with permanent bans while providing no explanation beyond a template response. The Better Business Bureau...
But if... I mean, what is there, like, the idea that they're banning them and just keeping the money, though? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you want to ban this person? Like, why wouldn't you do something else? Because you would want them to keep doing whatever they're doing to get the revenue from that source to you. But if you... I don't know.
Bureau paints a similar picture. Over the past several years, hundreds of complaints have been filed against the company, with many of them describing nearly identical experiences. A common theme is that users are able to cash out small amounts without any trouble, only to lose access to their accounts after earning a larger balance. One complaint from 2026 describes a user who had accumulated more than $200 before suddenly being accused of manipulating the platform through telemetry anomalies. According to the complaint, the account was banned shortly after the user completed a higher-paying game offer. The user argued they didn't even own a computer capable of running the software they were accused of using. Whether that individual account is actually legitimate is impossible to verify from the outside, but the wording of the company's response looked nearly identical to countless others. The same discussion plays out constantly on Reddit. The official free cash subreddit has dedicated threads specifically for banned accounts and paused cash outs, because the volume of posts became large enough.
Is that, I mean, I guess you could try to rely on the idea that it's just going to keep recruiting new people? Well, I mean, at some point, the audience is so big, how many people are actually going to go do that shit? I guess that's why they aggressively push it so hard. They take all the money from them and then spend it on the campaigns, bad campaigns, but...
To organize into a single place. Another source of frustration comes from the offers themselves. Many of them require users to spend real money before qualifying for a reward. People have reported depositing money into online casinos, purchasing in-game bundles, or subscribing to services because the offer promised a larger payout than the amount they spent. Then, after completing every requirement, the reward was either never tracked or was rejected entirely. Whether those failures were caused by the advertiser, tracking errors, or free cash itself often isn't clear to the user. The end result is the same. They spent real money expecting to be reimbursed, and instead, they received nothing. Notice how I used sources like the Better Business Bureau and Reddit to understand what people are actually saying, instead of relying on the usual review sites you find when you search free cash. One of the most common ones is Trustpilot, which you've probably come across before. The reason I did that is because I'm almost certain those reviews do not reflect the full picture. When you look at Trustpilot, the ratings are sitting at...
Hold on, did I miss something?
Were caused by the advertiser, tracking errors, or free cash itself often isn't clear to the user. The end result is the same. They spent real money expecting to be reimbursed, and instead, they received nothing. Notice how I used sources like to be clearly promised a larger payout than the game reward. People have reported depositing money into online casinos, purchasing in-game bundles, or subscribing to services because the offer promised a larger payout than the amount they spent. Then, after completing every requirement, the reward was either never tracked or was rejected entirely. Whether those failures were caused by the advertiser, tracking errors, or free cash itself often isn't clear to the user. The end result is the same. They spent real money expecting to be reimbursed, and instead, they received nothing. Notice how I used sources like the Better Business Bureau and Reddit.
Commander, welcome back. The station has been waiting. Let me show you around. This is the mech band, our armored units, silent but ready for war.
Like, it is insane.
Here,
that
the War
they
Council
are allowed
chamber,
to advertise
where
this.
strategy and decisions are made.
Every
This
single
is
time
the training
this game
garden.
is advertised,
Balance,
it's a different
discipline.
graphic style
Over
or
here,
some
the
shit,
food
dude.
sector for a quick recovery. And this, the
When
recovery
I checked
hall.
out the actual game, and
Healing,
it's more just like
rest,
text and dialogue
and
boxes.
peace between battles.
Fuck.
Finally, the command center.
To understand what people are actually saying, instead of relying on the usual review sites you find when you search free cash. One of the most common ones is Trustpilot, which you've probably come across before. The reason I did that is because I'm almost certain those reviews do not reflect the full picture. When you look at Trustpilot, the ratings are sitting at a nearly perfect 5 stars, which immediately feels unusual for a platform in this space. Trustpilot in general is known for being relatively easy to game, especially in industries where companies have a strong incentive to manage their public image. More importantly, when you compare companies have a strong incentive to manage their public image. More importantly, when you compare those ratings to what you see across other platforms, the story changes completely. On Reddit, on the Better Business Bureau, and on independent forums, the feedback...
I mean, really, yeah, like... Pretty much, if I ever read inside of a review that, like, oh yeah, this place uses fake reviews from Trustpilot, like, I'm gonna go anywhere else. I don't know. I think it's pretty easy to stop this kind of shit if people are just a little more vocal about it.
Is overwhelmingly negative, or at least heavily mixed, with far more people reporting issues than smooth experiences. That contrast is what makes the Trustpilot situation hard to ignore. It creates a kind of noise in the data, where the positive reviews exist, but they are surrounded by a much larger volume of complaints elsewhere. And once that happens, it becomes difficult to treat any of the highly positive reviews as fully reliable on their own. The end result is that it becomes almost impossible to tell which experiences are genuinely representative. Any real positive feedback gets lost in the suspicion that the review system itself may have been manipulated, especially in an industry where users are already skeptical to begin with. Despite this, it's still obviously impossible to verify, even if thousands of people are pretty much saying the exact same thing. And another YouTuber already figured this out and decided to go into the app himself to try seeing if he could earn any money. Around a month ago, YouTuber The Asher Show released the only other video I know about free cash, in which he describes his experience of trying to use the app for a month. Almost immediately, the app started asking surprisingly personal questions about his habits.
Does he link that video? I want to watch that. What do you say that guy's name was?
A month ago, YouTuber The Asher Show released
The Asher Show.
I'm sure we've all heard about those apps that allow you to make money by playing games and doing surveys.
It's also pretty wild being able to earn actual money by playing mobile games.
And the best part is, you actually get paid for it.
It's called free cash.
Free cash. You've probably seen.
Is this what this guy normally does? Okay. Okay, consumer protection, this is my kind of guy. I like this guy already. Okay, he's also a YouTube slopper. Okay. This stuff's cool though. It's like he's moved to going from like people to things. Don't buy Factor. Hey, oh, dude, I'm actually about to binge watch this motherfucker. Because I think that's probably still bullshit. Okay. Cool.
TikTokers and YouTubers promote
the only other video I know about free cash, in which he describes his experience of trying to use the app for a month. Almost immediately, the app started asking surprisingly personal questions about his habits, purchases, and other information before finally pushing him towards its offers.
The questionnaire was asking me if I've done things like in-app purchases in mobile games recently, and is asking my name. I'm surprised. They didn't ask my mother's maiden name and my blood type, and there's a reason that it was asking all these questions.
Right after signing up, the app rewarded him with a collection of bonuses just for creating the account. His balance climbed quickly without much effort, making it feel like he was already on his way to earning real money. The first game free cash recommended was a simple mobile game where he spent a few minutes tapping through levels and collecting rewards. After completing the first milestone, he earned only a few cents, but because of the sign-up bonuses and streak rewards, his account balance looked much larger than the amount he had actually earned by playing. It was enough to convince him to keep going. That confidence disappeared as soon as he tried to cash out. He discovered there was a minimum withdrawal requirement that he hadn't yet reached.
And that minimum is $25. The amount is different depending on where you are. I think it's $16 in the UK, it's $25 in the US.
The app made us feel like it was close enough that continuing to play would eventually get him there. After finishing the first game, free cash unlocked even more offers. Many of them advertised enormous payouts, sometimes claiming players could earn hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Looking closer, Asher realized those rewards were divided into dozens of separate milestones. Each step required more time than the last, and the biggest payouts were hidden behind
another ruby. Okay. Oops. Oh. Okay. This is what, like number 6 today of these? Still no shards? Dry streak is real. Dry streak is real. I'm about to put up a dry streak counter. We have gone quite a few without one. Come on, baby. Give us another sorceress. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Extremely difficult objectives. Then the requirements changed. One offer promised a large PayPal bonus, but only after reaching milestones that became increasingly unrealistic. After spending hours playing, he realized he wasn't even close. Another challenge claimed he could earn over $20 for reaching a certain scene in the game, then an even larger reward for making it several chapters farther. At first, those goals sounded achievable.
Wait, hold on. Does it say like the estimated time next to it though? Wait, hold on. Burning rewards, does that mean 67 hours? Looks like it means like 67 hours. Like 4 days? Well, you can unlock that in 4 days? I don't know.
Reward for making it several chapters farther. At first, those goals sounded achievable. After nearly a week of playing, he finally understood they weren't. 6 straight days of progress had only brought him to Scene 4, while the reward required him to reach Scene 9. Even after more than 100 levels, he wasn't even halfway there.
I've been playing this game for 6 days. I'm on level 103, and I'm only on Scene 4. It's taken 6 days for me to get to Scene 4, and it wants me to get to Scene 9 just to make $86? It's not happening.
The app kept presenting these rewards as if they were just around the corner, but every big milestone revealed another much larger one waiting behind it. By the end of 7 days, after spending hours every day completing challenges and playing games, Asher had earned just over $12. After another day, his balance finally reached a little over $15, but it wasn't enough to cash out. The closer he got, the slower the rewards became. Looking back on the experiment, Asher realized most of his balance had come from the promotional bonuses he received at the very beginning, not from actually playing the games. By the end of the test, he concluded that the experience never matched the way the app was advertised. The large rewards were technically possible, but only if someone could complete an exhausting series of increasingly unrealistic milestones. After more than a week of testing, he still couldn't withdraw a single dollar. Advertising is a massive reason why free cash has the reputation it does today. In fact, the marketing became so deceptive.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to watch his video because hopefully the Asher Show gets into more details on what all those mean, so I don't actually have to try doing it myself to find out. Because I could swear that sounds like it's representative of what it's having them do. Like 4 days to do this, 17 days to do this. Like, I'd never fucking do that. I don't know why you'd ever waste your time with that. You could like, this is for just the laziest people to make money, I guess. Like, people, I don't know.
Seen in the game, then an even larger reward for making it
just sweeping anywhere.
Several chapters farther. At first, those goals sounded achievable. After nearly a week of playing, he finally understood they weren't. 6 straight days of progress had only brought him to TikTok.
Oh, God. Ah, dude, that shit's crazy. I need to do this for my mom and my aunts. Oh my God. That's exactly. Darling, just die right. And yeah, I think it's actually color matching based on the shading too. That would be insane if it's actually good, correct color. And it's not just guessing. I found a girl.
Obviously, the reality.
Hold on.
It was completely different. The entire marketing campaign was built around an experience the app simply didn't offer. As those ads spread across TikTok, free cash exploded in popularity and climbed to the top of the App Store charts. But once TikTok reviewed the advertisements, it determined they were misleading because they falsely represented how users actually earned money. The platform removed the ads for violating its policies on deceptive financial claims. Free Cash later claimed the advertisements had been created by affiliate marketers, rather than the company itself. But regardless of who made them, the campaign had already done its job. Millions of people downloaded the app expecting to get paid for scrolling TikTok, only to discover that wasn't what Free Cash actually offered. In January of 2026, a Wired article would get written about this topic, as well as a Malwarebytes article. For those of you that don't know, Malwarebytes is a cybersecurity software made to block viruses, but more importantly, they have a vested interest in talking about consumer rights to privacy. In the article, they say that our concern beyond the bait and switch is the privacy issue. Free Cash's privacy policy allows the automatic collection of highly sensitive information, including data about race, religion, sex life, sexual orientation, health, and biometrics. Each additional mobile game you install to chase rewards.
That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said it was trying to do earlier. And that's all it wants. It's just getting all that data and just giving it to all the data brokers.
Its own privacy policy, tracking, and telemetry. Together, they greatly increase how much behavioral data these companies can harvest about a user. Experts warn that data brokers already trade lists of people likely to be more susceptible to scams or compulsive online behavior, profiles that apps like this can help refine. We've previously reported on data brokers that used games and apps to build massive databases, only to later suffer breaches exposing all that data. A few months later, a TechCrunch article would cite these two articles as well as provide their own bombshell. Not only was Free Cash's metrics most likely botted and fake, no surprise they were literally in between ChatGPT and Claude with most used apps, but it seemed as if they had created or bought another company as a burner in order to evade a ban, reading third-party data from market.
Okay, so they did know they could just burn people and get new people. They were used as much as ChatGPT and Cloud?
Intelligence provider AppFigures shows that Almedia GmbH, the German company behind the Free Cash app, first submitted Free Cash to the App Store on March 24, 2024, but it was removed after around 2 months on June 13, 2024. This version of the app was downloaded an estimated 69.5k times before removal. Months later, a second app that already existed on the store, developed by the Cyprus-based company 256 Rewards Ltd, was rebranded as Free Cash, and an update was submitted under that app's ID. According to the third-party data, it's unclear if Almedia acquired the Cyprus-based developer, which was originally called Rewards, or if it simply acquired the developer account. Rewards no longer appears to have a functioning website or social media presence, and the team behind the company has since moved on to a new company, Pushed. Almedia's re-entry into the App Store through another developer account may have been a way of circumventing a ban on the initial Free Cash app. Using another developer to re-enter the App Store after a ban is a common, though rule-breaking tactic. Almedia's spokesperson declined to comment about its earlier app takedown. After reaching out to Apple for comment, Free Cash was...
I just totally started zoning off thinking about something in the past, and was like the last 30 seconds of that library. God damn it. Just fucking something in the video triggered some memory, goddamn.
Per account. Rewards no longer appears to have a functioning website or social media presence, and the team behind the company has since moved on to a new company, pushed. Almedia's re-entry into the App Store through another developer account may have been a way of circumventing a ban on the initial free cash app. Using another developer to re-enter the App Store after a ban is a common, though rule-breaking tactic. Almedia's spokesperson declined to comment about its earlier app takedown. After reaching out to Apple for comment, free cash was promptly taken down from the App Store, as well as the Google Play Store a little while after. Despite getting banned from advertising on TikTok, free cash is still free to advertise on just about every other platform, especially YouTube. And the number of creators who have accepted sponsorships from them is honestly pretty shocking. Like I mentioned earlier, creators like Tyler Oliveira, Darman, Atozy, Legal Mindset, CinemaSins, and plenty of others have all promoted free cash. Some of these channels have millions of subscribers and several videos promoting it. Again, I'm not saying these creators were secretly working with free cash or knew the company was shady, but come on, the company is literally called Free Cash. A 5-minute Google search.
This is the guy that dropped the honey thing too. No, Mega Lag did. I'm tripping. Wait, did he also? Or did, like, you do it first, maybe? Why do I feel like Internet Anarchist covered this thing? Always forgot. Yeah, when 20 different people cover something, it's hard to remember who the original person would be sometimes.
Brings up pages of controversy,
He's covered a couple things recently.
Complaints, and accusations that it's a scam. Even a quick look into how the platform works should raise a few red flags. If you look through the comment sections on these sponsored videos, if they aren't deleted, you'll almost always find people warning that it's a scam. In some cases, the creators even replied defending the company. Again, I'm not trying to call anyone out or claim they knowingly promoted something malicious. But I do think it's worth pointing out just how questionable it is to take a sponsorship from a company with a reputation like this. That being said, there's one more piece to how free cash gets creators on board. All of that outreach I mentioned before came from agencies working on their behalf, not free.
That's the most baffling part to me, is it's free cash. Like, you don't just get money for free that easily. There's always a catch. Like, why? I don't know. I would like to think I would never fucking even consider taking money from all my payments. Still, oh my god, shit.
Cash directly, and some of these agencies use a referral model, where one creator refers another creator to promote it, and then takes a percentage of everything that the second creator earns from it. I haven't fully pulled this thread yet, so I can't tell you exactly how deep it runs. But once you have people earning a cut of whoever they bring in, the whole thing starts to take the shape of a pyramid, while also giving creators who are told by other creators to promote it a false sense of security, as it leverages the existing trust and relationship. And to be fair, on the surface, the deal looked quite appetizing. As I'll get into later, free cash is paying big time. And in some cases, when I pushed back against promoting it, they pointed to my competitors and to videos with hundreds of thousands of views already promoting free cash, trying to make it feel like this is just something everyone's doing, so it's probably fine. Now, I don't think these creators are malicious. I think a lot of them were careless, and everyone is careless at some point, especially with thousands of dollars sitting right in front of them, and every initial signal telling them it's safe, and in many cases, other creators telling them how awesome it is to promote, or how much money they've been making. I'm not here to stand on a moral high ground. Every creator, me included, makes mistakes over a long enough run, but it's not hard to assume.
I know it's not just Legal Mindset though, there's been a few other like really big games that have mentioned it. Oh no! It's driving me nuts, I can't think of few. Video. I guess I should ask, huh?
That they were being
I don't know.
paid very well to overlook those concerns.
For every AI innovation, real enterprise value comes from technology that delivers measure.
Which finally brings us back to the reason I made this video in the first place, the emails they sent me. Now we can actually look behind the curtain and see what Freecash is offering creators to promote.
Dude.
The platform. Out of the dozens of emails they sent trying to get me to accept a sponsorship, one of them offered me an $8 CPM. For anyone who doesn't know, CPM essentially translates to cost per 1,000 views. So that's $8 for every 1,000 views your sponsored video gets. If a video reaches 100,000 views, that's around $800 from the CPM alone, which is already better than what YouTube typically pays through ad revenue. Aside from the CPM deal, creators can also earn money from referral signups. Every time someone downloads Freecash through their link and completes the required actions, the creator gets paid. To match the CPM alone, they would only need around one sign-up for every 1,000 viewers. That's about a 0.1% conversion rate. In reality, campaigns like this often convert around 1% or even higher. In other words, creators promoting Freecash can make an absolute fortune, while Freecash is spending huge amounts of money trying to get as many people onto the platform as possible. And when you think about who these ads are aimed at, it starts to make a lot more sense. They're marketed towards people looking for quick money. Many
I wonder if you like reached out to comment to any of these guys. I really want to hear what these YouTubers have to say who have promoted it. Like, we already know, like, there have notoriously been big scams promoted through these YouTube ads. I don't know. It baffles me how, like, people can take an app, like, free money. The scam is in the name! Come on, dude!
Many of them younger viewers or people in difficult financial situations. It's the perfect sponsorship opportunity for creators willing to cash in on an audience that's already vulnerable, or to trick creators who are convinced by agencies of otherwise. During one of the email exchanges, I decided to play along and act like I was interested. Eventually, they sent me a template script they wanted me to read in my video. Now, sponsored scripts aren't unusual. Pretty much every brand sends creators talking points. But one section immediately stood out. Yo, what's good, y'all? I've been putting people onto this program called Freecash for a while now, and my DMs keep blowing up with people saying I tried it and just can't.
They straight up told him to lie. It's no way. How do any creators get this dialogue and they're like, oh yeah, this is a legit company? What the fuck?
Cashed out. I love seeing that because it shows this really works. Now, I've seen a few comments from people saying stuff like it doesn't work or they just want your data. That's not true at all. Freecash doesn't sell your data. They only track your progress so they can make sure you get paid. You literally just download and sign up with an email and password. No personal info needed. This was one of the biggest reasons I decided to make this video. They were literally asking me to lie to my audience. At that point, I had never promoted Freecash, I had never worked with them, and nobody had been messaging me saying how they had successfully cashed out. Yet, this script wanted me to pretend my DMs were full of happy users. It also wanted me to pretend that I had already seen comments calling Freecash a scam, just so I could immediately dismiss.
Okay, dude. I'm sorry, if you got an email like that and you still went through with a sponsorship from these people, I think I'm going to find out every channel that did and unsubscribe. and like block them. Like that's disgusting. That's fucking disgusting, dude. Holy shit.
Dismiss those concerns on the company's behalf. Think about that for a second. They get accused of being a scam so often that they built a response into the sponsorship script before anyone even leaves those comments. It's honestly hilarious, and more than anything, it shows exactly who these ads are trying to reach. They're aimed at people who need money quickly, people who might not stop to question the claims they're hearing from creators they trust. And that's what makes this marketing so predatory. At the end of the day,
hey everyone, I'm really excited to share this game with you. It's a strategy game inspired by Isaac Asimov's Foundation series. You get to build your fleet, explore the universe, and survive in a vast, unpredictable galaxy. We've put so much heart into it, and our goal is simple.
This is nothing like the other. This is that same game, Foundation. This is nothing like the other ads.
Create a game.
the way free cash is set up is honestly kind of genius. It's not a rug pull, it's not some wallet drainer that steals your credit card information and disappears overnight, it's a slow bleed. The platform doesn't have to scam everyone to be successful. In fact, it can't, and that's what makes it so effective. Instead of being a simple nobody gets their money scam, it's something even more slippery. It's a real ad tech business that pays small amounts to many users while showing a large consistent multi-year pattern of denying the larger payouts, marketed through provably false advertising, and a paid affiliate funnel that makes its YouTube reviews anything but independent. Seriously, try watching any free cash review without a free cash affiliate link in the top of the description. As I was writing this script, somehow free cash has even made its way back onto both the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. How they managed to get relisted is unclear, but for now, they're right back where they started, ready to attract another wave of users. On the bright side, looking through the hundreds of complaints on Reddit has revealed a
somebody needs to figure out how they got back on those fucking app stores. That's insane. Like, there's no way, like, Apple or Google would just let them back in. Right? I don't know.
certain user that says they are apparently starting a class action lawsuit against free cash. Whether or not this is actually real or not is up for debate, but there's no public legal filings available to see as of writing this. Whilst editing this video, I went down a rabbit hole and accidentally discovered how free cash is secretly controlling the narrative. One interesting note is that the official free cash subreddit is actually moderated by free cash themselves, which explains why so many posts complaining about free cash's support or accounts being frozen are promptly removed from the sub, and even making a post
someone needs to make the real free cash Reddit.
mentioning that you've been muted or banned for talking about the support will get you permanently banned as well. If not permanently, then for a week. The next part is even worse, and it explains how their Trustpilot ratings are so high. As I have mentioned in this video, it's really strange how when you look on Trustpilot, they have an almost perfect score, but you look anywhere else with an independent review, and suddenly it's just people mentioning how they weren't being paid out, how their accounts were frozen, and how they weren't getting any help from support. Under this Reddit post here of someone explaining their story of them making a review and the review being taken down, I learned something about Trustpilot which explains why free cash has such a good score. So basically, this post is a user—
Bro, can you stop buying my spears? Fuck. How am I supposed to make my best in slot spear if you motherfuckers keep buying this shit up? Fucking internet. I'm supposed to have fucking streamer RNG. I'm supposed to fucking be getting fucking like one divine fucking bases. Okay? Where's my streamer RNG, boys?
Shipment sent.
What's happening here?
explaining how they were using free cash and they were being accepted for their low-paying task, but the moment they tried a higher-paying task, the tracking for the offer suspiciously stopped working when they completed the offer. Now, this user went to Trustpilot to make a review explaining their experience to try and warn others of what might happen to them if they try using free cash. Upon making their review, free cash disagreed with it and actually flagged their review, meaning the user had 72 hours to provide evidence or the review would be taken down. Now, this immediately stood out to me because as I started looking deeper, there were tons of other users who tried leaving negative reviews only for free cash to claim that the user never used the website and that the review was inauthentic. And this basically explained why free cash has such a positive reputation on Trustpilot, but not really anywhere else. Looking deeper into Trustpilot, and they actually reveal the data around the review.
Oh my god. Hey, 7 5-star reviews are still flagged. I'm probably being too fake. 79 days. Oh my god, dude. That's an... Alright. So, do not trust Trustpilot.
Reviews they flag. And what I found here is kind of insane. So basically, if you look at free cash's flagging activity, in the past 12 months alone, they have flagged almost 700 reviews, with almost 80% of them being 1-star reviews. As I touched on before, once a review gets flagged, you have 72 hours to respond with evidence or your review gets taken down. And as this user here has mentioned, Reception16685, they're basically counting on you not noticing or not bothering to send the evidence. And clearly it works. As the stat here says, less than 1% of the flagged reviews were flagged for invalid reasons, basically meaning that I
wonder how, like, damn, another one. I wonder how people get made aware, though. Like, if, like, the company, like, fights back. Like, do they get an email, or is it just, do you have to log in to figure that out? Like, I don't know, maybe he'll say.
99% of people weren't able to appeal their review, and therefore their review was taken down. Out of these hundreds of reviews, only 31 actually remained on Trustpilot, and 665 were removed, and this is just in the last 12 months. And if you thought that this was already bad, it gets even worse, because when you actually look at the sources of where these reviews are coming from, most of these reviews are what's called invited reviews. So it's when free cash is actually sending the user to directly review the site, not just when a user decides they want to leave a review based on their own experiences. Now, obviously, we can both put 2 and 2 together.
Hi, it's Nicole from Sandy Hook Promise. Will you sign our petition demanding
If there's an app that's offering to give you money and has a reward system and they ask you to review it, obviously the user is going to be incentivized to leave a positive review, especially when that review was invited by free cash. Now, I can't confirm this for myself, but another Reddit user did comment that the free cash head of support used to be the global director of quality and compliance at Trustpilot, which, if true, would explain how they're so good at gaming the system. Not that you really would need to be, because the deeper I look into Trustpilot, the more I'm sort of learning that Trustpilot itself is basically a front for sketchy businesses to appear trustworthy. And in my opinion, Trustpilot should never be used as an actual data point when
I mean, well, you pay people for their reviews.
deciding whether something is actually a scam or worthwhile. One thing I do want to note here is that the deeper I dug into free cash, the more I feel completely unqualified to talk about it. The whole thing is just way bigger than I expected going into it, and I feel like someone like CopyZilla or someone who's actually professionally trained in investigating this kind of thing needs to look into it, because with just what I've found already, there seems to be a lot more to this, and in my opinion, it's bordering massively on fraud. By the way, one of the ways you can cash out your earnings is by transferring them directly into a stake account, and I would bet that mysteriously has a better chance of working. That one detail feels like the perfect summary of where YouTube sponsorships have ended up. Some of you probably remember the controversy surrounding T. Martin and Pro Syndicate. Years ago, they were exposed for promoting a CS gambling website without telling users they actually owned it. At the time, it was one of the biggest scandals YouTube had ever seen. Now compare that to today. Creators regularly have undisclosed stake ads all the time. And to be clear, I'm not making this video to call out every creator who's accepted a free cash sponsorship. I don't think most of them were intentionally trying to mislead their audience.
Unless you had an email that was asking you to mislead your audience. Like, if you got an email like that, asking you to, why does this happen? Why this happen? Why you do this? Why you do this? Why can we force you to come back and focus? Oh look, you can see that. You can see that. Can you come back and focus for me? No, we're gonna have to. Okay, motherfucker. Why does it keep doing that randomly? That's getting really annoying. No, not gonna go back. Okay, fuck you. What was I saying? Yeah, no, if you're someone who got an email from that shit, dude, and you saw they were asking you to lie, and you still promoted them, come on, man. Come on. Maybe it was just him. Maybe just the internet anarchist is the one who got the sponsored dialogue piece that explicitly told him to lie. But
audience. What I'm trying to say is this. First, I don't think free cash should be anywhere near the App Store, let alone paying YouTubers to promote it. And second, I think it's time we raise the bar for what we're willing to advertise. Whether it's free cash, stake, or the next company promising easy money, these businesses all rely on selling the same fantasy, quick cash with little effort. More often than not, the people buying into that fantasy are the ones who can least afford to. It dawned on me that free cash might actually want to respond to this video, and I was thinking what they would probably say. I believe it would be based on what they said after they were banned from advertising on TikTok due to the false advertising claiming that people could scroll and earn money, in which, as I mentioned earlier, they simply responded by saying that those advertisements were made by third parties using their affiliate system, and that in the future they would try harder to moderate them. In my opinion, this is simply just an easy out. And the fact that I've been reached out to by so many different agencies and seen the same scummy sales tactics trying to get me to post a free cash ad tells me that this isn't just one agency that's gone rogue, it's at worst a partnership with free cash to just get as many users as possible, no matter how deceptive the tactics are, or at best, free cash completely failing to audit and moderate the advertisements.
Yeah, I'm curious. I want to see if like free cash has actually been paying these YouTubers also. Like, I wouldn't be surprised at all if they've just been ripping them off too.
Of their app. Either way, if this video could have any impact, the impact I hope it has is that it serves as a resource for creators who are considering taking a free cash ad and who are seeing the money being waved in front of them, or perhaps are almost falling victim to the same tactics they tried on me to get me to promote it. Throughout this video, when I say they, I am referring to all of these different agencies representing free cash. I do want to make it clear that I have not had any direct contact with free cash themselves, and I'm not even sure if outside of their affiliate program and their partnership with agencies that they are directly doing deals with creators. As I hinted at earlier, what I covered is probably just the surface, and I do feel like someone who is more qualified than me should definitely dive into this, but with the controlled reviews on Trustpilot, running their own subreddit in a way that hides criticism, and also the allegations of using bots to spread across other subreddits to promote free cash.
Wait, why is it not going away? Click, there we go.
I don't exactly put a lot of faith in this company to do the right thing. Comment below your thoughts on the video and share it around if you can.
Your health is your biggest asset. Find covered California plans starting at $0 a month. Visit healthforcalifornia.com for the lowest prices, government discounts, and easy enrollment. Get a free quote in 30 seconds. Apply in 5 to 10 minutes. Secure your future and avoid the penalty. At healthforcalifornia.com. Simple process, lowest prices.
Shut up. I haven't seen this one.
she kind of just like laid down and said that she felt.
Wait, no, that's right. I was gonna watch the Masters show.
Putting an app called Free Cash, an app that promises that you can turn your phone addiction.
So this guy is the Asher Show, and he does a lot of stuff like this, apparently, exposing these shitty advertisers. Don't trust VPN sponsors. I don't know, man. NordVPN isn't that bad. I don't think. Well, we'll see what he has to say. We will see what he has to say.
Into a side hustle.
You can become a paid game tester within 5 minutes of watching this video.
Which honestly sounds amazing, because if I can do what I do every single night, which is sitting on my phone and doom scrolling, and also make money, then sign me up. Free Cash's whole pitch is simple. Get paid for testing apps, games, and surveys. And get paid real money. And depending on which ad you've seen online, the claims get even crazier. Some ads made it sound like you can get paid to just scroll TikTok.
Getting paid on TikTok right now is the easiest it's ever been.
Or even to listen to Spotify. But if this ad is so great, then why did it...
Okay, so they paid TikTok advertisers. And the TikTok advertisers
disappear off the App Store in April. And why are there so many angry reviews? So today I want to answer one simple question. Is Free Cash legitimate, or is it just another internet money trap scam?
Let's find out. Let's find out.
So recently, I got a DM from somebody who told me to look into a sponsorship that they thought was weird because they were seeing it on the videos of some of their favorite creators. Ads where you play solitaire to make money.
And you can also see by my balance that I have made almost $200 playing one game, and it's this silly little solitaire game that I play at night when I want to unwind.
I've seen this before. Play blank to get a certain amount of money. Watch blank to earn free money. And it got me interested. Is this part of the same company? Spoiler alert.
It is.
It's a very specific genre of app that has taken over the internet. And you've probably seen the exact same YouTube script in an advertisement, probably on a YouTube video you've seen recently.
But I found an app where you can actually earn money playing games and taking surveys.
I'm sure we've all heard about those apps that allow you to make money by playing games and doing surveys.
Oh sure, real cash, no catch. And then 2 hours later, you're on level 37 of a mobile game that you don't even like, making 12 cents a day while the app is slowly gathering all of your data.
There are a multitude of apps that claim that you can make money by doing remedial tasks. Apps like Solitaire Cash, which claims you can win real money just by playing solitaire. Or apps that pay you to listen to Spotify. There are dozens of them, but probably the most popular is Free Cash, the app that allows you to play games to make money. And I've been using it for an entire week, but before I get into Free Cash, I want to get into the background of Free Cash.
Free Cash launched in 2020 by the German company Media, but Free Cash became interesting because it was not just a random app buried on page 47 of the App Store. According to TechCrunch, Free Cash peaked at number 2 in the US App Store and was heavily marketed on TikTok as a way to make money.
So you've heard about Free Cash, a platform where you can get paid for completing tasks online.
And when an app promising easy money is sitting near ChatGPT and Gemini on the charts, that's when I get suspicious. Because either millions of people have discovered the easiest job in the world, or something else is going on.
So on the surface, Free Cash is basically like every other get paid to blank app. You open it up and it's just a small buffet of internet tasks. Play this game, take this survey, download this app, reach this level, complete this offer. And it says you can cash out through crypto or PayPal or whatever option that is better for you. So I downloaded the app with the mindset of, let's see what happens. And because I'm not totally insane, I decided to use a separate email. And then it got to a questionnaire. And the questionnaire was asking me if I've done things like in-app purchases in mobile games recently, and is asking my name. I'm surprised they didn't ask my mother's maiden name and my blood type. And there's a reason that it was asking all these questions.
So Wired reported that Free Cash's parent company, Media, operates the app as an advertising platform that matches mobile game developers with users likely to install games and spend money. So the goal isn't to give random people money, the goal is to identify users who might be valuable 2 game advertisers, which is a very different pitch than make money just for scrolling. Get paid to scroll. Yes, you can earn money just by watching TikTok videos. 5 legit ways to earn money scrolling on social media.
So one of the first things I've noticed that there was a sign-up bonus.
I'm sure we've all heard about those apps that allow you to make money by playing games and doing surveys.
It's also pretty wild being able to earn actual money by
Pay you to listen to Spotify. There are you don't even like, making 12 cents a day while the app is slowly gathering all of your data.
There are a multitude of apps that claim that you can make money by doing remedial tasks. Apps like Solitaire Cash, which claims you can win real money just by playing solitaire. Or apps that pay you to listen to Spotify. There are dozens of them, but probably the most popular is Free Cash, the app that allows you to play games to make money. And I've been using it for an entire week, but before I get into Free Cash, I want to get into the background of Free Cash.
Free Cash launched in 2020 by the German company Media, but Free Cash became interesting because it was not just a random app buried on page 47 of the App Store. According to TechCrunch, Free Cash peaked at number 2 in the US App Store and was heavily marketed on TikTok as a way to make money.
So you've heard about Free Cash, a platform where you can get paid for completing tasks online.
And when an app promising easy money is sitting near ChatGPT and Gemini on the charts, that's when I get suspicious. Because either millions of people have discovered the easiest job in the world, or something else is going on.
So on the surface, Free Cash is basically like every other get paid to blank app. You open it up and it's just a small buffet of internet tasks. Play this game, take this survey, download this app, reach this level, complete this offer, and it says you can cash out through crypto or PayPal or whatever option that is better for you. So I downloaded the app with the mindset of, let's see what happens. And because I'm not totally insane, I decided to use a separate email. And then it got to a questionnaire. The questionnaire was asking me if I've done things like in-app purchases in mobile games recently, and is asking my name. I'm surprised they didn't ask my mother's maiden name and my blood type. And there's a reason that it was asking all these questions.
So Wired reported that Free Cash's parent company, Media, operates the app as an advertising platform that matches mobile game developers with users likely to install games and spend money. So the goal isn't to give random people money, the goal is to identify users who might be valuable to game advertisers, which is a very different pitch than make money just for scrolling. Get paid to scroll. Yes, you can earn money just by watching TikTok videos. 5 legit ways to earn money scrolling on social media.
So one of the first things I've noticed that there was a sign-up bonus for even downloading the app.
Who are you people downloading this shit in the first place? Do you think this shit's really gonna be easy money? Like, that blows my mind in the first place too. How do you actually believe this shit?
App. You see it on their website all the time. They're always pushing that you get an in-app bonus just for downloading it. Yay, 30 cents. So right away, Free Cash is like, you know what, let's get started, and it starts pushing me towards games. The first game that it told me to play was a game called Animals and Coins Adventure. And before you install it, it tells you how much money you can possibly make just for playing this game. But obviously you gotta play the game, you gotta reach a certain milestone, you have to do a bunch of challenges. So I installed it, and the game was just like a clicking game. You click, you get this bear across different obstacles, and then the in-game money is used to build a better home. So I played for a few minutes, I claimed the reward, and then I gathered my few cents and moved on. This is looking good. I'm almost ready to retire. Since I started a day 1 streak, I got an additional 50 cents to add to my total after installing the game, my 1-day streak, and a random $10 that they added to my account for God knows what. I now have $11.04 as my running total. Hey, that's not bad for an hour of chilling on my phone. But this is where the app gets clever. You see an actual balance, you see that there's money on the app, and you start feeling like, this might work. I might be able to get maybe $100 by the end of the week. But then you try to cash out, and you see that there's minimum amounts that you need to make before you can even cash out. And that minimum is $25. The amount is different depending on where you are. I think it's $16 in the UK, it's $25 in the US. But the balance that I have right now is real enough that you think you can make more, so you continue playing. And that's exactly what I did.
I just want to show you, and I don't know if you can see that, I have made 195.
I don't think Internet Anarchist didn't even mention that part, that it baits you in and then traps you, it extorts you, because you have to get to the $25 mark before you can even pull it out. but you can't even get to the $25 mark.
$5 playing one game with free cash. I really play it, so this is not a joke.
Did they send her like a fake screenshot to show? There's no way.
So after I played that first animal game, other games are now available for me to try. Games like Disney Solitaire, Zen World, Palmon Survival, and some of these games offer massive totals that you can potentially earn for playing them, like thousands of dollars. But when you get closer, you can see that these totals are split by a long list of tasks that you have to complete. Installing the game, playing the game, reaching a certain level, reaching an insane milestone. So yes, technically the offer might allow you to make $2,800, but it doesn't mean that you're gonna be making thousands of dollars. It means that theoretically you can make thousands of dollars if you spend a lot of time and effort into making this your full-time activity. So the next game I started playing was Disney Solitaire, and it's a simple, pretty entertaining game where you just stack cards in exchange for gaining coins to build your Disney scenery. First it was Beauty and the Beast, then Little Mermaid, then Lion King. So I played the tutorial of this game, and then I checked the app to see how much money I've made. Just a few cents. But then I got an app offer to make $200 on PayPal for completing some tasks. Step 1, play 3 minutes. Done. Then it's play 1 hour. Easy. Then it says I need to earn $9.33 just by playing this one game. Okay, that's impossible. At this point, I've been playing for 2 hours and I've only gained 50 cents. Bear in mind, at this point, I'm level 34 in the game. It's just never ending. I'm not getting this $200 bonus. But I still have hope because there are other ways to get cash bonuses. Another offer popped up. Complete Scene 6, Snow White, for $26. Complete Scene 9, Cinderella, and you get $85. That seems doable. It isn't. I've been playing this game for 6 days. I'm on level 103, and I'm only on Scene 4. It's taken 6 days for me to get to Scene 4, and it wants me to get to Scene 9 just to make $86.
Well, has he mentioned what the time thing is on the right end? Did I miss it?
I got an app offer to make $200 on PayPal for completing some tasks. Step 1, play 3 minutes. Done. Then it's play 1 hour. Easy. Then it says I need to earn $9.33 just by playing this one game. Okay, that...
Well, I mean, it says from any game, doesn't it?
That's impossible. At this point, I've been playing for 2 hours and I've only gained 50 cents. Bear in mind, at this point, I'm level 34 in the game. It's just never ending. I'm not getting this $200 bonus. But I still have hope because there are other ways to get cash bonuses. Another offer popped up. Complete Scene 6, Snow White, for $26.
I want to say that's like an estimate of how long it takes. Does he not mention that at all?
Complete Scene 9, Cinderella, and you get $85. That seems doable. It is. I've been playing this game for 6 days. I'm on level 103, and I'm only on Scene 4. It's taken 6 days for me to get to Scene 4, and it wants me to get to Scene 9 just to make $86? It's not happening. These are impossible
like it takes about 17
Wired
days.
Magazine found similar...
Anybody in the comments mention this? I don't see anybody mention anything about it.
Similar challenge structures, including tiny rewards for short play sessions and much larger rewards for reaching very high levels with a set period. And that's why this app starts to feel less like a side hustle, as they call it, and more like you're on a hamster wheel, just running and running with this PayPal logo on it, thinking that you're gonna somehow make money, and you're definitely not, because it's not paying you for your time like a clean job hourly. It's paying you to complete conversion goals. The game developer wants installs. The advertiser wants engaged users. The app
wants data and activity, and you want money. But those incentives just aren't equal. So like I said, I've been playing Disney Solitaire for about a week's time just to see if I can make it to the $25 minimum to cash out. I'm on day 7 right now, and after 7 days of playing, my balance is, oh, that's good, $12.36. At that pace, I haven't done the math, but I'm making cents per hour. Like, I don't understand how I'm making less money than the servants living in the basement of Downton Abbey.
Well, I don't believe that. Nor do I.
Press 9 if you're thinking of leaving us, or press hashtag
Stop.
Okay, let's fix this. Swap out tedious Coleman.
So after playing for hours a day for 7 days, I've made a measly $12. Can't even cash out, which is weird. Mainly because the majority of the money that I made was from the initial sign-up bonuses when I made that random $10. But the longer I played, the less money I got. I was making 5 cents a day, maximum 15 cents, and they still didn't make it to the threshold of $25, so I've technically made nothing. Now, to be fair, if you're already playing these games and you want to make a couple tuppence every single day, that's better than nothing. But this app is advertised in a way that is completely different to the experience, because the fantasy is that, hey look, I found an easy money app, when the reality is I spent 6 hours playing mobile games and still can't buy a piece of Halloween candy. So is free cash a complete scam from the user experience alone? It's pretty shady, and it only gets worse from here.
So I'm gonna try one more time to see if I can get my money out of here, because apparently, instead of getting to the $25 threshold, which is clearly needed for me to cash out, it seems like there might also be a way for me to cash out just directly through PayPal. So after using this app for 8 days, I've made $15.69. No, I can't do anything. Still gotta meet the minimum. Since I wasn't able to make the minimum $25 threshold, I want to read some people's experiences that they had trying to take out their money. Because everywhere I look, it doesn't look great. Even on Reddit, their own Reddit, the free cash subreddit. This is something that was posted 3 months ago, and it says, stay away from free cash. Looks like everyone is being hit with unproven claims of unusual activity to deny payouts and cash outs. The number one complaint I'm seeing from people is that if they try to take out their money, if they've made the threshold, they can't do it. For some reason, the app says, oh, something is weird going on with your app. It seems like there's been some suspicious activity and you made this money illegally, so we're not gonna pay you out. 1 hour ago, someone said after getting a 100-day streak and having completed many offers, I have now had several games and rewards not being paid out. Where game
Bro, can you imagine playing that shit for 100 days? Oh, thank you. Thank you. How many minutes has it been? It's been like, I'm gonna guess, it's gotta be like 100 runs. It's gotta be 100 runs since my last one, right? Let's see, what do we got? That's 3, we got what, 100, 138? Two, 5, 6, 8. Alright, how much are they going for?
I have a buy. What's new?
Not bad, not bad.
All right, your order is registered.
Where is it? Doesn't say on here. Some. Oh my god. It's been way more than that. What? No way has it been over 300 runs. No shot. Oh wait, hold on. We've been doing... Hold on. We've been doing math wrong. We've been going off some wrong numbers here. I just realized. Okay. Damn it. My scroll is broken. It's 2460. Did I add instead of subtract? Alright, so that's... Oh, goddamn. 250. Wait, what am I doing? What I did it, oh my god. Oh, that's what it is, I'm dyslexic. I'm gonna lose my mind. Jesus. I was gonna say that would have been like a 300 run fucking try streak. It was not that long. It was a long one, not that long. So 2322 was the last. 2322 and the last one was. Oh yeah, so it was definitely over, a little over 100. Oh well. I gotta change my... 115 run gap. Yeah. And my fucking... Yeah, I feel like somebody's fucking with me. Why is my webcam keep going blurry? Ain't no sense.
Games once tracked and now suddenly not.
Dude, imagine that. I owe 100 days. Bro. That...
With no consistency.
That
I
guy's
have
never
contact
getting
support,
scammed again,
created tickets,
ever.
even with screenshot evidence, there is no help at all. They will not investigate or help with issues. Just blame the unknown, and sometimes this just happens. Well, bye. Another person, awful company that doesn't honor rewards or milestones. They keep changing the goalposts, and the minimum withdrawal is way too high. Someone said that they accumulated 170,000 KRW, which is Korean dollars, in approved and withdrawable balance. The funds were no longer pending and they were available for withdrawal. However, immediately after submitting a Dogecoin withdrawal request, my account was restricted. After contacting support, I received only a generic response saying that the security system had flagged my account based on technical data points. App banned my account for no reason without a way to appeal or get my money out. And that's after they've earned around $80. Somebody replied and said, "Thank you for the review. We're sorry to hear your experience with Freecash hasn't been positive. At Freecash, we have a comprehensive fraud prevention system that includes both automated tools and dedicated team of investigators working around the clock. This is necessary to maintain the integrity of our platform."
That's a great way to just throw on like a bullshit response on there, because people see the response like, oh, they followed up, you know. Well, no, I mean, who's gonna actually believe it though? It's free cash. It's a fucking obvious scam. Why are you fucking falling for this?
Given the potential
Like, it has to
for
be kids,
fraudulent
right?
activities due
It
to
has
our
to be
cash
young
reward
kids that
system.
don't
Another
get
person
it.
saying that they didn't get paid out and the same generic response. Another person who said that their account got frozen with the same generic response. Seems like the majority of the reviews that I've read from today alone have said that they can't get their money out and they're having a terrible experience because the app has told them that something fraudulent has happened when it hasn't. So now listen to this. I was trying to figure out why I couldn't use free cash on my Apple device. I have to use it on my Android device because it wasn't in the App Store, which doesn't make sense because just a few weeks ago, free cash was #2 on the App Store. What happened? Well, I found out that TechCrunch published an investigation with the subtle headline, "How the Rewards app Freecash Scammed its way to the top of the app stores." Ooh, real subtle. If you've been on TikTok this year, you've most likely encountered ads for free cash. The app has marketed...
Wait, when was that? And motherfuckers, like, aren't even Googling to see these articles about the apps that they're advertising? Or the... Yeah, what?
App TechCrunch published weeks
How long
ago.
did-
Free cash was #2 on the App Store. What happened? Well, I found out that TechCrunch published an investigation with the subtle headline, "How the Rewards app Freecash
Already
scammed
posted
its
this a
way to
month
the
ago.
top of the app stores." Ooh, real subtle. If you've been on TikTok this year, you've most likely encountered ads for free...
You posted this a month ago. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, what's his name? That damn lawyer just, he did it after that. Yeah, because it's the bricks and minifig situation. Dude, no way.
cash.
Why are
The
you
app
not
has
even
marketed
checking
as a
your
way to make money
advertising?
just by scrolling on TikTok and jumped to the top of the App Store in recent months, peaking at #2 in the US App Store. In truth, Freecash pays users to play mobile games, all while collecting a heaping amount of sensitive data. So the app was obviously a bait and switch. They would tell you things like, you know what, if you download this app, you can scroll on TikTok and make money. It's going to be real easy, but instead it's about playing and trying games to make money instead. That's why most of the ads have been taken off of TikTok, and that's also why it was taken off of the App Store. So according to TechCrunch, Free Cash's download went from 876,000 downloads in October to 5.5 million in January of 2026. And then there's the privacy side. Malwarebytes reported that Free Cash's privacy policy allowed the automatic collection of highly sensitive information, including data related to race, religion, sex life, sexual orientation, health, and biometrics. Honestly, when you first installed the app, it asked you a lot of invasive questions. I felt like I was doing a government survey almost.
Where do you live?
In the city.
Do you have a house?
Apartment.
Where do you rent?
Rent.
What do you do for a living?
Lots of things.
Where's your office?
I don't have one.
Uncle
How
Buck,
come?
I
great
don't need
movie.
one.
Where's your wife?
Don't have one.
How come?
It's a long story.
Great
Do you have
movie.
kids?
No, I don't.
How come?
It's an even longer story.
And even beyond Free Cash itself, every
Rest in
game
peace,
you
Jackie.
download through these offers has its own privacy policy, tracking system, and data collection. So the free money exchange you're giving away is bigger than more than just your time. You're giving away your email address, your phone number, your app activity, gaming behavior, your ad profile, potentially sensitive data, and your patience. Because frankly, honestly, my patience is in limited supply. I've been playing some of these games for a long time and I'm seeing no progress. So if this app's so shady, how did it even get into the app stores? Well, according to TechCrunch, Almedia's original Free Cash app was submitted to the Apple App Store in March 2024 and removed around 2 months later. Months afterward, a different app from another developer was reportedly rebranded as Free Cash. TechCrunch noted that using another developer's account to re-enter after a ban can be a rule-breaking tactic. So after TechCrunch contacted Apple about this weird bait and switch, it seems like Apple removed Free Cash from the app, citing rules against scamming users, bait and switch tactics, and misleading marketing. It's strange to see that all of this happened in the last couple of months, but people are still promoting it
I hate that I
on
can't attack
YouTube.
now.
How long
There
ago
goes
was
my
this
red.
ad that I showed you at the beginning?
Play at night when I want to unwind.
This video by Sydney Watson was posted 2 weeks ago. Meanwhile, the app has been taken off of the App Store since April 15th. And another thing that's really weird is how does it have such a high rating? 4.7 rating on the App Store it had, and the 4.8 on the Google Play Store, and on Trusted Pilot, it's also sitting at a 4.7. I'm thinking what Caitlin is thinking. I think I'm starting to understand why they have such good reviews. If you go onto the Free Cash website, I'm on the desktop version right now, but if you look at all the offers, it tells you all of the games and surveys and apps that you can download to earn money, and there's also one that says Trust Pilot. And the description for this is, leave us a 5-star review on Trustpilot and you earn 8 cents. So the reason why there's such good reviews for Free Cash is because so many people are giving it 5-star reviews in order to win a little bit of money. So after testing, reading the investigations, is Free Cash a scam? The marketing is misleading, it's not easy money. The app dangles big rewards, huge rewards, but then it gives you nothing. And after over 7 days of playing, it just really isn't worth my time.
But I will continue playing Disney Solitaire because for some reason, I really want to get to the Toy Story scene on scene 7. So no, Free Cash isn't worth it. It's not worth making pennies a day. It's definitely not worth them gathering your data and selling it to guardians. And I wouldn't trust it.
Thank you everyone for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, leave me a comment down below. Be sure to tune in next time.
I want to watch that one about Factor. Oh, what did I do?
Annotation, great experience.
Refresh your routine with Factor. Chef-prepared meals delivered with a tap, ready in 2 minutes.
Let's talk about Factor, the meal delivery services that promises chef-prepared, fresh, healthy meals delivered straight to your door and asks you to microwave it like it's 2006.
Looks great.
Factor claims it's the solution for busy people who want to eat clean without cooking.
If you're wanting to cut calories, add some more protein to your diet, or just eat delicious, nutritious meals, Factor's got you covered.
But after spending over $100 on 8 meals, the real question is this...
Can't you say $100 on an 8 meal? Well, I guess. Something you get in the mail.
Is Factor really premium, or is it just a very well-marketed TV dinner?
Factor launched in 2012 as Factor 75, positioning itself as a nutrition-first personal chef service, high-protein, low-carb, calorie-controlled meals for people who hated cooking but still wanted abs.
This is how it is. This is what it comes. The quantity's all there. I mean, these are straight from our kitchen. So we have our menu online, and you go on there and you can click over, hover over the different menu items and see the nutritional values.
It was created by a former MMA fighter who wanted to give people an opportunity to eat healthy, since he knew that 75% of getting in shape was what you eat.
We're a healthy meal delivery service that prepares and delivers meals that are designed to optimize mind and body performance.
Then in 2020, HelloFresh actually bought Factor for $277 million.
And then they decided to keep themselves going as Factor instead, huh?
Putting it into its growing.
Because I was always wondering what happened to HelloFresh and always felt like they were competitors. This answers a lot.
Meal kit empire alongside Every Plate and Green Chef. Oh my god, they even own pet delivery food services. And the pitch is simple: no grocery shopping, no cooking, no prep, just heat and eat. Which sounds great until you actually realize what you're paying for. I almost died. I was going to talk about this company back in 2025 because I've been using Factor for a few months, and I had a lot to say about it back then. Factor, like other meal prep delivery companies, shows up in an insulated box packed with ice packs. Inside, every meal is sealed with a black plastic tray, vacuum packaged, labeled with macros, calories, and instructions that basically say poke holes in microwave. You can order anywhere from 6 to 18 meals per week with around 30 rotating options. Those options being calorie smart, keto, high protein, low carb, fiber filled.
That's
Do
cool.
they not have
Hey,
vegan
dude.
options? On paper.
I never get valuable uniques out of this. Let's go. Okay. I see you. Let's go see what we got. We do a little balance. A little balance. Where's there? It's okay. Get him next. What do we get? We're not actually about to valid anyways. Oh, almost forgot. That would have been a Alright. What was I doing? I'm gonna val this one. And rip. We didn't get it. Tokido.
Paper, very impressive. In reality, well, we'll get into that. And we'll also get into all the meals that I decided to buy for the purpose of this video. That is the most undercooked corn I've ever had. But before I do, I want to talk about my experience when I used this company around 4 months ago. So I used Factor for around 3 months' time, and I usually got the meals off of the keto section, and I had a few problems with it. Firstly, the meals were the same every single week. I ordered 8 meals a week, and it was the same like 8 to 10 meals every single time. It says new meals each week, but it really wasn't. I got tired of having the same meals every single week. So I decided to incorporate a new category, calorie smart or protein meals or something like that. And then after 2 weeks, those meals got repetitive as well. The second problem I had was I'm lactose intolerant, and I can eat small amounts of cheese, but I tend to avoid dairy as much as I can. But every single keto option was swimming in cream. Garlic cream grilled chicken, keto creamy Dijon pork tenderloin, steak bites and sour cream onion mashed potatoes. Even the keto herb crusted salmon had cream cheese, heavy cream. You can avoid things like spicy foods and mushrooms, but you can't avoid cream. Milk, there are options for low dairy meals and options for low calorie meals. But under keto, there's no keto low dairy. The dietary restrictions were incredibly limited, and they weren't constantly incorporating new meals, so I had to cancel after the 3 months that I used it last year. That, and not to mention how quickly the meals go bad.
I got 8 meals, and let me tell you the names of each of them. Bacon, shrimp, mac and cheese, Biramonte chicken with roasted potatoes and honey garlic carrots, chicken pesto cavatappi with balsamic roasted green beans and grape tomatoes, caprese chicken penne with pesto cream and spinach, coconut lime curried tofu with lentil rice, spicy sweet potatoes, and broccoli, garlic cream grilled chicken with roasted vegetables, cavatappi and sugo sauce, keto herb crusted salmon with celery root mash, cauliflower, and tomatoes, macaroni and turkey chili with roasted broccoli and spiced corn. These all sound pretty premium, especially the way that they're describing it.
As I gaze into the eyes of the man they call Prince, I see not a ruler, but a puppet.
Okay, this looks okay. The broccoli seems... Oh, well, okay, never mind. The broccoli is a little brown. It looks like it's a little bit old. Shrimp looks fine. Can't go wrong with pasta. I have to mix up this mac and cheese a bit, because all the cheese was in one corner. The shrimp tastes okay. Let's try this broccoli. This brown broccoli. My God, what?
Bruh.
Did they burn it? I don't flavorless broccoli. That's good. And now the mac and cheese. What's this clump? Oh, there's a piece of shrimp inside there. You see they sprinkled a lot of black pepper on top of it to give it flavor. It's not really translating that well. I've tasted some really good mac and cheese, and this is pretty flavorless. This is okay for giving it to like a child for like a school dinner, but for a premium meal, it's not that premium. I love that there's tiny little pieces of broccoli sprinkled around here, like 3 or 4 little cloves. The sweet potatoes aren't sweet and don't have any flavor, but I can see that they sprinkled peppers all over it. The curry tofu tastes okay. Oh, there's rice under here? Oh, there's lentil rice at the bottom. There's such a little amount of lentil rice that I didn't even know it was there. I tried the sweet potatoes again, and yeah, there's really not that much flavor, even though you can see that there's sun-dried tomatoes in here, you can see that there's peppers in here, but it's ultimately like pretty flavorless. We got some more browning broccoli here. Man, there's a lot of pasta dishes. I don't get to individually choose the meals, but that's what, 3 or 4 pasta dishes so far? Macaroni, penne, like what is going on? That is the most undercooked corn I've ever had. I've never had corn taste like this. Is it because it was microwaved?
Imagine charging someone a premium and sending a brown fucking lettuce or a broccoli. Dude.
I feel like if you have corn when it's... No, this doesn't make any sense. It's like dried out. The chili is the only decent part of this meal. And I do mean decent.
I feel like I could come in and undercut these guys, just like making like a decent meals to send out. I could totally come in and undermine their monopoly on this shit. And then they'll offer me money to buy me out.
Not good. Whoa. Whatever method they use to season the broccoli, it seems like it only got on one piece. Because I just took a bite of one of these pieces, and it was just pure salt and pepper. But then everything else tastes bland. I'm gonna have to mix that up. Looking a little grim. The green beans are a little al dente. They're a little harder than I'm used to, but they're okay. The chicken isn't bad. The sauce isn't bad. But the pasta, I don't know how they cooked the pasta, how they boiled it. Maybe they didn't boil it with salt. But the pasta's a little flavorless. So far, this is my favorite. If I got this on a plane, I'd be very satisfied. I just had another bite of the green beans. Okay, I'd be mildly satisfied. It looks like there was just grated cheese sprinkled on top. Well, it's melted now, you can see. But I gotta mix this in to see how it is. I just thought the presentation was very odd. The chicken is okay. A little pale for my liking. The penne tastes like it was just boiled, but not really that seasoned.
I mean, none of those meals have looked like any good though. They all, like, the TV dinners I have in my freezer right now look like 10 times better than that shit. And you know, I'm pretty sure it looks like it's probably fucking better quality fucking veggies.
I actually don't mind the spinach, but that's probably because it's soaking in all of the ingredients mixed together. I can also see red onions and I can taste a bit of garlic. Once everything's mixed together, it tastes pretty decent. Carrots and the peas are swimming right now. Potatoes look really sad. You can see that there's seasoning on there, but it doesn't seem like it's absorbed into the potatoes at all. Just as I suspected. And it's a little undercooked. I almost died. Eating carrots and peas reminds me of school dinners in England. Now for the chicken. Wait, wasn't it supposed to be honey glazed? Where is the honey? Wait, honey, garlic, carrots. In what world was this honey garlic? Chicken's actually okay. Seems like it's holding in all of its juices. It's not too dry.
Little bland and stale these meals look. Like, who was designing these? Hold on, he just held it up.
Salmon's decent.
Hold it up again, please.
But I've never really had bad salmon. It's really hard to mess up. The cauliflower and the tomatoes are just whatever.
Am I tripping?
There's
Is
like
he
a
not good?
sauce on the bottom,
Did I click on the wrong spot?
but it's really watery.
Yeah, I mean, the color on those pasta looks weird. That does not look like good chicken. I don't know. Those don't look fresh or crisp at all. Those look like a bunch of soggy veggies. Ugh.
Out of all the meals I've had, this one seems like it has the most stuff in it. Pasta on this side, there's chicken on this side, there's a bunch of vegetables. Let's try the vegetables first. Vegetables are not bad.
Really?
The pasta's just plain. It's just plain pasta with pasta sauce. This is the palest chicken I've ever seen. There's like grill marks on it. Just so you know that
they look like
did cook it,
fake as fuck.
but it is pale. It looks like the frozen chicken breast that I get from Trader Joe's. Like whatever sauce they put on it, they didn't put enough. The chicken, as soon as you get past the skin, doesn't have any flavor whatsoever.
So here's where Factor loses me. It's $88 for 8 meals. That's after discounts for being a first-time subscriber. But typically, it costs around $116. That's, what, $20 a meal? Even though the website advertises $12 or $13 a meal. But after delivery costs, taxes, you're realistically paying $18 to $20 per serving for microwaved food. At that price, I can get 4 Hungry Man meals. I could eat ravioli at John and Vinny's restaurant. No tip though. Or I could get groceries for the week. It's supposed to be convenience pricing, but the prices really aren't that convenient anymore. It's really just laziness pricing. Looking at their
This is just straight up. This reminds me of that. Obviously, they're gonna like either go out of business or have to make their shit better. Like people aren't gonna just tolerate that shit and keep buying it, right? Well, I mean, I guess if they keep advertising it and getting new customers like the fucking free money app does somehow. But
there are 90,000 reviews. They have a 3.5 on Trusted Pilot. A day ago, someone said that the chicken breast wasn't good. And this is from someone who's been a customer for 8 months. The food was not good. First, the black plastic.
Dude, you bought that shit for 8 months?
Container that holds the meal was cracked and broken, causing the food to spill out. Uh-oh. The chicken was dry and rubbery. The vegetables were waterlogged. Oh, that is true.
Carrots and the peas are swimming right now.
And the salmon was just not that good. It was edible, but I would not order again. I cancel my subscription. I just feel it's not worth the money. I could just buy frozen bready meals for less money and get the same quality. Here's another thing that I thought was funny. I forgot to pause and cancel for the upcoming week because I went away.
Another box of 8 meals.
I obviously got charged for that week, full price. And the best part was they sent it late. It's supposed to come every single Monday. It showed up 2 days later on Wednesday. But I'm not the only person who said things like they didn't get their order or they got their order late. Somebody an hour ago wrote a very lengthy review. Failed me during post-surgery recovery. Unacceptable. I guess a lot of people are trying to get food ordered because of the storms that have been happening recently. 5 hours ago, I have not gotten my order yet. 8 hours
do
ago,
like their
my
own
delivery is due every Sunday. No show and no credit. A day ago,
must send
says
it
it's
through
been
another
delivered,
service, right?
but it hasn't. Oh, they actually replied. Hi Kenneth, we are very sorry to hear your order was not delivered as scheduled. This is certainly not the experience we aim to provide, and we understand how disappointing this
no,
must
they
have
don't
been.
do it
Didn't
themselves,
receive
they're
anything.
couriers.
Only received one ordered item. A lot of people have problems with coupons or deals that they said they were supposed to.
Yeah, dude, that would. I don't know if I could trust that. If I got my delivery late, I don't know if I could trust that it would be like good. Like I don't know.
Forget but haven't. Or false advertising. Free breakfast for 1 year, but the offer was sold out when they tried to get it. And here's something that nobody really
I guess
talks
it depends
about,
how
or
cold
I
the
haven't
shit
really
is
seen people
still.
talking about, is if you go on the website and you're just curious, you want to see what kind of meals they have. In order for you to do that, you have to go through all these steps. You have to answer questions, what kind of meals that you want, how many meals you want per week, they give you prices. But before you can even get to the part where it says, choose your meals, it charges you. And that's what somebody said here. Signed up without knowing it. I went to their website to see what they're all about. It ended up signing me up and sending a notice they would charge my account $160.
Wait, what?
I immediately can't end messages. But before you can even get to the part where it says choose your meals, it charges you. And that's what somebody said here. Signed up without knowing it. I went to their website to see what they're all about. It ended up signing me up and sending a notice they would charge my account $162. I immediatally canceled. My account was charged anyway. When I contacted them, they refused to
That is
return the money because
predatory
I canceled my
behavior.
account but
Holy
didn't
shit.
cancel the bot. That's not honest. That's not good. And you know what's worse? The health concerns people have. 7 days ago, someone said Factor has an extremely high fat content that they hide by only advertising carb and protein amounts. They make you pay before seeing this. They make it impossible to cancel and get a refund because their phone number is invalid and their AI chat isn't helpful. Putting that much fat in foods, making people pay for us, deceptively hiding the fat content, and then making it impossible to cancel is the FTC waiting to come after you. I'll be placing a chargeback. I suggest everyone else does the same. Which they replied with just a random notice saying that they're gonna forward this feedback to their team. But this comment brings up an interesting point. You don't actually get to see the ingredients, the nutrition servings, until you actually are already paying. So like macaroni and turkey chili, 22 grams of fat, or 4.5 grams of saturated fat. I wouldn't have known that unless I was already under their payment plan. I wanted to look more into this, and I found an article from a dietitian and trained chef who reviewed Factor for nearly 20 meals in a week. And going into it, even she was skeptical of health concerns. Factor markets itself as a nutrition-first brand. They say their meals are designed for people who want to eat healthy but don't have the time to cook. And their website talks a lot about ingredient sourcing, nutrition balance, banned ingredients, and strict review process.
Yeah. I don't know how anyone could keep ordering that after you get it. Like, healthy food, you can tell, like, it's fresh. It hasn't been processed, like, hardly at all. Like, you can tell these things, and like that, when he opened that shit, and you could just see like how bland and like unseasoned, and like it's just it's not healthy food, it's just shitty cooked food. That's all it is.
In each of their meals. But once the meals were analyzed, people found that it was a little more complicated. One big problem is the fat, sodium, and sugar content. According to standard US dietary guidelines, less than 10% of daily calories should come from added sugar, only 20 to 35% of calories should come from fat, less than 10% of calories should come from saturated fat, and ideally under 2,300 milligrams of sodium per day. The American Heart Association recommends even stricter limits, especially when it comes to saturated fats and sodium. But many of Factor's meals blow right past these limits. The coconut pancakes, 750 calories, 39 grams of fat, 17 grams of saturated.
It's like, those are like the plastic pictures that are plastic food that like big restaurants use or something, because that's not like at all what their actual food looks like.
Fat, 34 grams of sugar, 900 milligrams of sodium. That's 100% of your saturated fat limit and half the amount of daily added sugar limit. That's basically dessert, it's not breakfast. But sure, maybe you want to treat yourself a little bit with some pancakes, that's fine. How about their chicken piccata with cauliflower mashed and
Like, look at that. Look, the broccoli is like perfectly cooked. It's not like brown from being bad, but it's like you can see that it's like good and cooked, and then the chicken has like that nice like seasoning all around it. Like, this is how it's supposed to look. That's, you know, and that's very healthy. You know, like, that's a very healthy, very tasty meal. Like, yeah, all they're doing is just selling you shitty food. Yeah, dude, I don't know how people get away with that shit.
680
They're taller.
calories, 51 grams of fat, 23 grams of saturated fat, 7 grams of sugar, and 900 milligrams of, oh my god, sodium. Even meals that sound healthy are loaded with cream, butter, and cheese. Remember I was telling you about all the creams in the keto meals that I was eating last year? The vegan meals have a ton of sodium, but I guess some of the vegan meals were balanced. According to this, the smoked tofu almond stir fry has a good amount of protein, 860 milligrams of sodium, 13 grams of sugar, and a very low saturated fat number of 25. That's good. So high in sodium, but it's better than some of the other meals. And this is the problem that people have before they sign up. You have meals like Calorie Smart, keto, high protein, low carb, fiber filled, but these aren't clear definitions. Like, what does the label actually mean? Like, it might be high in protein, but also extremely high in saturated fats. Or it might be high in fiber, but loaded with sodium and sugar. And I just noticed while I was editing this, that the box that the meal came in, the nutritional values are completely different than the website. On the box it says that it has 800 milligrams of sodium. On the website it says it only has 640. Even the fat and the saturated fat is completely different. What about people that have heart disease or diabetes or high blood pressure? You can't really tell.
That's actually like dangerous to mislabel that shit.
You've ordered the food basically. People just see an ad like either on YouTube, or I've been getting a lot of ads watching Amazon Prime.
Everything is done from scratch.
Dude, literally everything has factor ads on it too. It's like, who's reviewing the ads for these big companies? Like, because yeah, I've been seeing it on my like Amazon Prime ads and shit like that. I've been seeing it all throughout YouTube.
Every single day. All our meals are easy, perfectly portioned, and macro.
That is not what they look like. That is not who's cooking them. That is this is
friendly. If you're wanting to cut
like, those are actually seasoned.
Calories, add some more protein to your diet, or just eat.
Nothing is properly seasoned or cooked at all in the actual meals. This is not what the actual meals look like.
Nutritious meals.
That's just straight false
And
advertising.
you think, oh, this is a good healthy option. I don't have to go out and I don't have to.
Which I always thought with like all the fast food restaurants too, because all the burgers and stuff and all their posters are all always completely different than what it is when you actually go and get it. And so,
buy groceries, I don't have to cook.
I don't know. I guess false advertisement is different when it comes to food quality.
Extremely good. If you don't read the nutrition labels on the back, or you don't know how to find the nutrition labels on the site, then you realize that a lot of these meals are closer to takeout than clean eating. Now that I have you here, let me see if I can cancel.
Worse than takeout.
You can turn off your subscription at any time. Please note we are not able to modify or cancel an order that has been processed. Okay, here we go. Want to take a break? Skip deliveries. Want to cancel? Deactivate my plan. Oh, are you sure? Sure you just want less meals? No thanks. You got benefits? What do you mean? Oh god, I gotta go all the way down here. There's unlimited things to check. Here we go. Cancel anyway. Deactivate now. Please select a reason. Right. I don't have time for this. Okay, I just got an email saying that it's been confirmed. It wasn't too hard to actually cancel, which is good. But then again, people aren't having problems with canceling. People are having problems not receiving their food, it being actually unhealthy and bland. Look at this review that somebody wrote last week. Factor pre-selects your meals for you. You cannot even see what those meals are until you enter your credit card number. That's exactly what I said. Somehow a lot of the meals are sold out / not available. I had meals in my cart that they selected and put in my cart. Then I went back a few days later to select my own meals, and Factor 75 already sent me the meals that they pre-selected. They sent me one with pork and another pasta. I don't eat either. The other 4 meals bland looking chicken breast.
This is the palest chicken I've ever seen.
Now I'm out of money because Factor 75 shipped unwanted meals anyway without my authorization. Please be careful with Factor 75. They will try to trick you. All they want is money. Also, these meals are not healthy or fresh. Yes, they have low calories, low carbs, and keto options, but please read the ingredients. There is a long list which implies the meals are processed to stay fresh longer, which means they are loaded with sodium and other bad ingredients. That's exactly what I read earlier. Natural, healthy meals should only have a few ingredients. Basically, buying from Factor is like buying a lean cuisine. Okay, let's not hate on lean cuisine. Those are some good frozen foods. So Factor does a few things correctly. It's convenient. It's easy to microwave, 2 to 3 minutes, and you're chowing down. No plan.
So is Walmart Plus though.
No effort. There's a variety of choices, even though they do repeat a lot. But obviously, there's a lot of problems, like the price / the value you're getting for that price. Obviously, Factor is a huge company now that is under the umbrella of HelloFresh, so it's being mass-produced. When it was originally created, it was somebody who was making the meals and sealing them himself and then sending them out.
Here's how to eat healthy and
you know what?
also conveniently as well. Kind of a cool
probably
thing.
Was decent
A local ex-MMA
it sounds like
fighter
they
wants to get you fit and healthy.
Now it's vacuum sealed. It's
Yeah.
shipped across the country, so obviously the quality isn't there. And they want it to stay fresh longer, so they're loading it with ingredients that keep it fresh longer, like saturated fats and sodiums. If it's in my fridge, I'll 100% eat it because I don't like wasting food. But
because I will give Factor that credit, because like the YouTubers who originally promoted it, I think when it first came out, like they did actually try it. The ones that I can vaguely recall. And they I think they actually tried it on the video too. In a lot of cases, and like, well, this is actually really good. You know, I never tried it then, but it makes sense that the quality just went downhill after HelloFresh took it over.
But to go out of your way to actually buy it, a lot of people are having problems. And I didn't even get into the environmental waste. Oh my goodness, it's so much plastic. Every single week they're sending these boxes and they're sending you these ice packs. But the entire meal kit industry has issues. Blue Apron collapsed after a massive churn in 2023. Freshly shut down in 2022. I think they're trying to rebrand and re-release Freshly actually. And even HelloFresh has been losing customers left and right. The problem isn't branding. You see all these companies all over the place. The problem is value. People are starting to realize if they're going to be spending money on food to be delivered to them and it not be that great, why not just use Uber Eats? It's the same thing, isn't it? So for me, Factor isn't really that great. It's overpriced. A lot of people are calling it a scam because you can't see the meals that you're buying until you actually purchase your first week. It's convenient, but it's not premium.
This is
It's
pretty
very
flavorless.
predatory.
But
is
anyway,
what it
thank
is.
you
It's
everyone
predatory
for watching this video.
behavior.
If you did enjoy it, leave me a comment down below.
I almost died.
Which, yeah, I don't like to see that at all, so. Good to know. Stay away from Factor. Alright, what else does he got? He's got a few more. Which other ones do I know? Bang Energy. Actually, I did start seeing people drinking Bang, and I was like, that does not look healthy. Magic Spoon, Fume. Ooh, I'm curious about that.
For today, thanks to the sponsor of today's show, Fume.
Fume is an award-winning device.
Been thinking about changing your habits? This is the perfect first step.
Start with Fume Zero.
Thank you so much to Fume for sponsoring this video. Thanks so much for listening. Get yours today.
Fume, the vapor, non-addictive, natural diffusion device. Or so they say. In the past, I've talked about many sponsors who have reached out to me who have rejected because I find that their company was either a weird scam or possibly stealing their data. But recently I got a sponsorship request from a company that, from what I've seen, is a flavored air inhalation device that solves your addiction by selling you more addiction.
Today's video is sponsored by Fume.
Okay, so this is Fume, a product that has cropped up in the podcast sponsorship scene all over the place.
Trade in that bad habit for a good habit.
Go to Try Fume.
And honestly, it's kind of sketchy. I haven't heard the name Fume in quite some time, maybe about a year, but products and companies like to do their ad sponsorship pushes during certain times of the year, and now it seems like it's that time. Because recently I received an email from the company Fume, and I don't think I've seen too many people talking about the dangers of this product.
There's dangers? It's supposed to be an alternative to cigarettes. All the advertising is that it's a safe alternative to cigarettes. What are we?
But we're gonna get back to that in a second. You probably already know about essential oil MLM nonsense.
Essential oils promising to help with everything from stress relief to digestion.
But do they deliver on those big promises, and are they even safe to use?
The miracle cures, the pyramid scheme oils, the companies that make millions. Now imagine taking that essential oil pipeline scam, skip the diffuser, and spray the stuff directly into my lungs. That's Fume. So Fume, spelled with the German U for marketing purposes, is a Canadian company that sells a wood and metal inhaler. You load disposable essential oil flavored cores and inhale flavored air. No vapor, no battery, just stuff going directly into your respiratory system. They trademarked it the good habit, which is very concerning because what would they consider a bad habit? Breathing oxygen? Drinking water?
Who the fuck drinks this shit?
Okay, so the origin story of Fume. The founders started sketching the idea around 2017 and officially launched the product in 2018. Since then, they've iterated the design by adding fidget features and launched multiple models and core flavors.
It's all about seeing positive change. How can we empower others to create positive habits in their life?
The fidget features were a nice touch because I constantly have fidget toys around me at all times. That's the only thing I can safely say was a good marketing tool. But let me get into the problems with the rest of their marketing.
Fume really leads into being a quitting aid product. Vaping is bad, so how about you put different types of things into your lungs? Even in their box, the product has angel wings and a halo. Here's the thing, smoking, bad for your lungs. Vaping is bad for your lungs. So why wouldn't putting essential oils into your lungs also?
He has a point. Because yeah, I mean, it's not like it's the vapor coming off of it that you're breathing, you know, you're getting the molecules in there. That's how you can taste it, so. I like that.
So be bad. Your lungs aren't a flavor chamber.
Definitely
they're
probably
fragile,
not
they're
good.
spongy. Doctors tell you all the time not to damage them. And yet influencers, for some reason, are still advertising it to their young, stressed out audience and calling it some sort of magical cure-all to addiction, stress, boredom, and say that, hey, it's a cool product, it's straight vibes.
I actually didn't even realize it was doused in essential oils. I thought it was just like herbs and shit. Like, that's the way it was advertised, was that it's just herbs and stuff, not that it's any sort of oil.
You don't see other products like Nicorette out here making TikTok ads saying, hey, college students, chew our gum to stop anxiety. But Fume is targeting stressed out, anxious people with mystery gifts on their website. I'm serious, they go on their website. There's random pop-ups trying to give you discounts, saying you can receive a free gift with purchase. The only thing they're missing is a roulette wheel to spin at checkout. And then it's basically Temu. Since we're on the topic of the website, if you go on their website, look at the prices. The entry price is pretty high, higher than expected, honestly. $70 or $86 for the inhaler, depending on what color you want. Each individual flavor core is $10. You can get a bundle which comes with 3 flavors for the low price of $100, and they even sell single-use devices, so you throw these out as soon as you're done with them, and those start at $24. And the flavor cores, they run out in a few days, so they push a subscription model on you. And nothing says reducing addiction like monthly withdrawals from your bank account. And I didn't even talk about where these essential oil flavor cores come from. They come from a company called Young Living Essential Oils, the second biggest MLM by revenue that you might be familiar with because they have been a part of a class action lawsuit for being a pyramid scheme.
They learned about an all-natural therapy through their church in Stafford that dates back to more than 2,000 years.
In 2019, a class action lawsuit was filed against Young Living for allegedly operating an unlawful pyramid scheme that emphasizes recruitment of new members over the scale of products.
This 2014 letter blasts essential oil company Young Living, whose consultants made claims that the oils can treat cancer, diabetes, lupus, heart disease, and more.
There just is no significant scientific evidence for the benefits that are claimed on behalf of essential oils.
If you struggle with focus, this sound might change everything.
On their website, Fume cites a toxicology report that was created in December 2024, and it says things like inhaling essential oils is fine. A study was conducted by the NSF to simulate product use conditions to flush the fume product with air. The primary goal of the laboratory study was to provide insights into human exposure to volatilized essential oils from the use of fume products under simulated conditions. So essentially what the lab did was they tried to mimic someone using a fume device. They pushed air through the device 5 times as if somebody was taking 5 big puffs, and they measured how much essential oil evaporated into that air. What they found was each puff released less than 1 microliter of essential oil, and even after 30 exaggerated puffs over 4 hours, only 6 to 8% of the oil was released. Ooh, that was a close one. Okay, I guess we should take their word for it.
Okay, hold on. The problem with that study is that it's not peer-reviewed. Fume paid for the study, and it only measures the effects in one inhalation. The company even adds limitations to the study, saying things like they don't know how much oil gets into your lungs versus stays in the device, and that they don't know whether or not inhaling essential oils directly into your lungs is safe at all.
Oh wait, so you're saying that it doesn't test long effects irritation, long-term effects, and real-life consumer inhalation?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Makes sense. And on top of that, essential oils aren't a regulated medication. You do not need to know purity, irritation, contaminants.
Like
Yet they list that study under safety, like it's the gospel truth.
Replacing the bad habit with a better one. That's where today's sponsor, Fume, comes in.
Like, I don't know if people read their comments, but clearly nobody's on board with the sponsorship. They say 2 more studies are ongoing, but they are also funded by them. It's like that Obama meme. So I really wouldn't hold my breath for unbiased results. Fume is not marketed as medicine, it's marketed as a consumer device using essential oils. There's limited research on the long-term effects of concentrated essential oils. I did find a study from the NLM from 2022, and this study talks about companies like Fume and the effects of inhaled essential oils. A new category of inhalable devices, inhalable essential oils, have emerged which appear to capture users' interest in flavored inhalable.
I'm so glad I didn't order that shit now. I almost fucking use this shit, dude.
Products like e-cigarettes, but do not contain nicotine or tobacco. Many of these products utilize health.
The fucking dude I watched that fucking advertised it, Mr. Michael fucking Mellis, he never mentioned anything about oils in it, I don't think. I swear. He would always say it's like natural herbs and shit.
Oriented language, example, organic or natural, to describe.
It's probably the dialogue they gave him to say about it.
These products, packaging and promotional materials using health-oriented language can influence
Yeah,
users.
he's not like
so
a
I read through this
smoker.
whole
I don't
thing,
think he
and
ever even
essentially,
used it.
in practical terms, it says things like, if someone uses one of the inhalable essential oil devices, they shouldn't assume safe simply because it's labeled as essential oil or a wellness product. It says, for researchers, the gap is that there are very little direct inhalation toxicity data for these devices, like long-term function effects, respiratory tract effects. For health practitioners and regulators, the article suggests that this emerging category is worth monitoring, both in terms of marketing claims, actual chemical composition, and the inhalation health effects. So bottom line, it may be less harmful than smoking, but less harmful doesn't mean harmless.
So let's try this and see how it works. And no, they didn't send it to me. I decided to reach into my couch cushions and see how much tuppence I could scrounge up to get it myself, just so I could do a review. And this fun stick and this flavor thing, it cost me around $120. I was originally going to pick up smoking, get addicted, and then I would try Fume to see if it actually works as a tool to kind of get off your addictions.
No
See,
way
that's
are
the
you
true
serious?
test. And I would have done it, but
No
it
way was
seems
he
like it would
seriously
have taken too
considering
long, and it would have been a boring video. Instead, I just wanted to show you.
He was seriously considering that. My name's Randy, and I'm gonna go get addicted to crack, and then see if I can get off it. Dude, that would be insane.
This product and talk about it. But before I do that, let me show you the
I mean,
email that they
cigarettes
sent
aren't
me.
crack,
Hey Asha,
so
hope all is well.
premise.
Fume helps people break bad habits by replacing them with positive ones.
Help take the bad out of bad habits.
Its natural, diffusive design supports those dealing with anxiety, cravings, or other compulsive behavior.
This is not a vape. I'm very anti-vape.
And do a shout out at the end of the video. If you read something like that, you might think, this is a great product. Why wouldn't I want to talk about it? But how about you keep your money and I talk about it anyway? So mechanically, if you're looking at it, it's pretty simple. You pull this out, you pop in a flavor core in here. I decided to get spearmint ice. This is what it looks like. Put the flavor core into the barrel just like that. Oh, this is all magnetic. And then you just...
Well, after all the products this guy is exposing, I'm starting to wonder, is like Donut the only YouTube channel with like legit companies like castor oil and whatnot? Like, holy shit. I've always felt like YouTube ads were kind of weird and off, and like a lot of them were. We found out like honey was mixing and stuff. Like, this is not looking good.
Inhale through the mouthpiece here at the end, and then the airflow pull.
I'm sure like most things YouTubers advertise, especially a lot of them do their due diligence, but still, like, shit like this is too common.
Scent molecules off the core, so you taste and you smell flavored air. That's essentially what it is. There's no real vapor. So Fume sells the device and subscription packs of cores. Each pack claims multiple days of useful flavor, and the back of the pack even says that each one is probably good for around 3 days. The product's idea is behavioral, and since they offer so many different types of flavors, minty, fruity, some seasonal, it's like a Starbucks in your mouth. Design-wise, it's intentionally tactile. It's got stainless steel on the mouthpiece here. It has a wooden barrel. It's pretty weighted, and it has the fidget barrel on the bottom. You can hear it. But what do actual consumers say about this? Garbage. Seriously, do not waste your time. This is overly priced, and the flavor or whatever is subpar at most. Honestly, a piece of gum lasts longer than this. I think most of the positive reviews are bought or bots. Wow, 0 out of 10. And that was just a few days ago. Avoid at all costs. Returns are a nightmare. Disappointing and misled. Also, this month, I had high hopes of Fume, but my experience was overwhelmingly negative. Within days of using it, I noticed a strange and unpleasant taste in my mouth that lingered far longer than expected. It didn't help me quit smoking. In fact, it felt like I was just trading one habit for another. As someone who's a chronic smoker and successfully quit without the help of Fume or any other product, I can confidently say this device didn't contribute to my recovery. It's difficult to trust the glowing reviews, but my experience was far removed from them. To make matters worse, their refund policy is disappointing. Once the product is open, they won't accept returns. If you were serious about quitting, I'd recommend looking elsewhere. Your body and mind are capable of healing without gimmicks and without introducing a new dependency. This is someone from the UK a month ago saying that it smells and tastes like petroleum. Now that this pack has been open for a few minutes, the smell is kind of lingering in the room, and it doesn't smell like mint. It's like hitting the back of my throat a bit. It's weird. It smells like petroleum and leaves a horrible taste in your mouth. Each pack comes with 3 black filters. I've opened the spearmint and the white cranberry. The smell makes me vomit. Even on the official Fume Reddit page. Buyer beware. After trying Fume to keep my habit, here was my experience. The order process was horrible. 2 weeks just for my order to officially ship, and then tracking was all messed up. Ended up being close to a month. So expecting the flavors to match the labels. And
what's stupid is that, like, I feel like, I don't know, the product, imagining the product without the essential oils makes so much more sense. I feel like that might actually work, like with actual herbs and spices, not essential oils. Like, I don't know, man. That's why. Do essential oils have like an addictive property? Yeah, I guess like you can get addicted to a certain sense of something you get. But I mean, you could do the same thing with certain herbs and spices. I don't know.
Boy, was I wrong. Nearly all of the flavors are unbearably bad. Side effects. I ended up feeling sick after using it for a day or two, and then started to get what I can only describe as lumps in the back of my throat, which would make me gag constantly and feel nauseous. I stopped using it shortly after and just started using a nicotine patch instead. People who smoke or vape know that it's bad, and essentially they want to stop. And Fume is pretty much exploiting that desperation. Hey, you're addicted? Here's a cure. Try Fume. Also, it's expensive. You can work out a deal with this subscription. They've trademarked the good habit as if they
That is
own
kinda
morality.
like-
Look at the box.
It's almost like the same thing as fucking opioids and kratom. So many people like go to kratom because they think it's like an alternative to opiates. And I don't recommend it.
There's so many positive things on here. We're here to stick with you, not to your lungs. The good habit. Is it? And we've already seen influencers sell harmful mental health solutions. You know, those companies who have been accused of data selling and unlicensed therapists, all while profiting off marginalized and vulnerable people. This is like the same pipeline. Take pain, bottle it up, and sell it back to people. But does that actually help? I don't know. So far, the reviews that I've seen shows that it doesn't help. Maybe someone out there might have given up nicotine with the help of Fume, because it's basically just a behavioral replacement. Habit replacement psychology is legitimate, but I'm sure it doesn't help you with your addiction. I'm pretty sure there are more reputable ways to quit your smoking habit. Like even Nicorette, like the gum company, they even have an addiction replacement product.
Nicorette Inhalator, a clinically proven nicotine replacement aid that provides the hand
I've never seen that shit before.
to mouth of a real cigarette.
I know some people that like to chew on straws or put a toothpick in their mouth or suck on lollipops to kind of curb their cravings. But Fume being marketed as a wellness product? No, it's not okay. So sure, Fume is a physical replacement quitting tool and it's nicotine free, but it lacks safety evidence, exploits vulnerable users, and it charges premium prices to fix your addiction with more purchases, monthly purchases. And people keep talking about how they can't cancel their subscription to save your money and save your lungs. But have you tried Fume? If you have, please, I'd like to know what your experience was. Leave me a comment. Did it help? Did it burn? Are you currently commenting from a hospital bed right now? So subscribe for more, and don't forget, your lungs deserve better. Preferably air. Look, air's cheap, you know? Only $44 for air. I didn't know that you could buy air in a bottle. This is quite nice. This is the look of a man that breathes air for a living.
Fucking seeing people at the end of marathons fucking breathe out of these things. Bro. Over. Gotta take a piss. Okie dokies. What are we doing now? Let's see, what do we got popping up over here, huh? The controversial rise of Asmongold. Alright, let's watch how better help us.
Introducing 11 Labs Productions, our brand new end-to-end marketplace that lets you commission human-edited content, whether it's
Brought to you by BetterHelp.com/DeFranco.
BetterHelp.
Thank you so much to BetterHelp.
BetterHelp. Thank you to BetterHelp. That's one of the reasons why I like BetterHelp.
BetterHelp.
For years, if you watched YouTube, you saw one sponsorship more than any other.
BetterHelp.
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 BetterHelp. It was everywhere. They positioned themselves as an affordable, modern solution to therapy. But after being accused of selling user data, using misleading marketing, employing unqualified therapists, and violating user privacy, the company faced massive backlash. Users left, creators distanced themselves, and the parent company's stock crashed 97%. But now BetterHelp says that they're back. But if it is like they claim, did it actually get better? Or is this just some sort of marketing rebrand? Well, I'm here to find out. A lot of people have asked me to talk about a sponsorship company that isn't a scam or problematic. Well, today isn't that day, but I have been looking. I found a site that analyzes 13,000 brands sponsoring YouTube creators on over 972,000 sponsored videos. I then categorized the top 25 brands. For example, number 1 is Amazon, number 7 is NordVPN, number 10.
Change it up, I'll watch my hand. I don't know what his truth is. What I gotta satisfy my ADD. I'm not sure.
Sammy D is home alone when she captures something creepy on camera. But this isn't the first time Sammy has caught something unusual. While being at work, Sammy goes inside a room and captures this.
What, saw me turn my volume up? No. Jump scare my ass.
If you listen closely, you can hear what sounds like someone crying. It's faint, but it's there. But then a few days later, Sammy once again encounters something pretty creepy. Naturally, Sammy was spooked. But the most unsettling incident has to be the one that recently happened inside her home. Sammy is by herself when the following happens. Just like the video before.
Hold on, let's go back. Okay, I guess I'll turn it on. Let's see here.
Seriously? Seriously?
Well, that sounds like way too, like, real. I don't know. Sounds like her daughter's, like, behind her, or I don't know, dude. That doesn't.
Just like the video before, something is banging on the door until it stops when Sammy opens it. And like before, nothing is there. But the strangest part about this video isn't this. Upon opening the pantry door, if you listen closely, you can hear what sounds like someone whispering for help. Viewers can't help but think that Sammy had brought something home from work, which is now making itself known. But of course, this is just a theory. As always, what do you think? Fernando Victor works at a train station. What he does there specifically is unknown. But regardless of what he does, Fernando always seems to have late night shifts. However, it was during one of these late night shifts when Fernando captures something terrifying on camera. Fernando and two other workers are walking beside a train that isn't in motion when all of a sudden he captures this without even noticing.
Oh no. Dude, that's like, that definitely looks like somebody up there in a mask or something, dude. That doesn't look like any sort of real paranormal.
Someone or something appears to be looking down on Fernando as he records. What do you think this might have been? The ghost of someone who was involved in a railroad accident,
Dude,
or something else?
That's like a doll or something being held up. I'm getting hungry, damn it.
Ellen Melbergstad is on her way to a doctor's appointment and is taking a shortcut through a park to get there. The video takes place in Sweden during the winter time, so it's mostly dark during the day. As she's on her way to the hospital,
I'm super duper hungry. It's super late. Nah, I think I'm calling it a night. Try to get on earlier tomorrow.